Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 3.3% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/join. Ramp.com/join. ramp.com/join.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
The Brian Bailey Show.
Colby Bortles, East Carolina volunteer assistant coach. In most sports, you don't know what you're going to get. Usually it's not nearly as energetic and as fired up as it is at East Carolina. So playing on the road is completely different.
Oh, 100%. You know, Coach Godwin talks about it all the time. When you play on the road, you got to make your own breaks. You know, you're not going to get the call that you want. You're not, you can't expect anything to go your way. So you got to make your own breaks on the road and, basically take it to them.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For 2 years in a row, we've been voted #1 in Greenville, so we're super thankful. For 2022, we've decided to make it the year of the customer. We're taking more COVID health safety protocols with some personal test drives where, you don't have the salesperson riding along with the customer. It actually makes them a little bit more comfortable, and they can take a drive and kind of go where they want to go and drive it how they want to drive it.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
there's local politics, bud.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Sustained effort and violence?
No, please. No. Please, everyone be quiet.
Was that supposed to be funny?
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
Cool, neat story. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Family. Let's get the pumping.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, welcome in to a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios on a hot one in eastern North Carolina. We are on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1. In Washington, we're on 1250, 930. You can find us online, PR927FM.com, and watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Make sure you like Pirate Radio on Facebook, as we've got a ton of news and notes that go up on that page every single day. Same goes for all of our social media accounts. Like and subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube for all of our videos. We're on the Gram, we're on the Twitter machine. We are, if it's there, we're on it. I think Chandler set us up on Tinder, I believe, so you can connect to Pirate Radio there. We're everywhere. Is that true? Let's welcome in Chandler. Hey, Chandler.
What's up, buddy? Yeah, I wasn't going to talk until you introduced me.
Are you trying to hook up with other radio stations?
Yeah. Maybe.
Good luck.
Maybe.
What is your interest? What are your what would you put on your dating profile? Here's a good way to start the show. What would be on Chandler's dating profile?
I have a good sense of humor.
His name is not Davis.
My name is not Davis.
Chandler, not Davis. Honeycutt.
Don't call me Davis.
So have a good sense of humor. Line one. I think that's very important.
Yeah. And laugh at my jokes always.
You're telling people to do that? You're telling your prospective female she must. Oh, what was Chandler saying sexist yesterday?
What?
I don't recall.
What? I of course you don't recall. What did I say sexist? And let's not start the show by painting me as a sexist.
Sexist. I like how you say sexist.
Sexist.
It was something about...
I'm not a sexist. I'm not a sexist.
Once again, the inside jokes.
All right, Michael Jackson.
Do you remember it?
It was something that Bryce said, and you said, well, that's why you're single.
Yeah.
And Bryce is getting married, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it had to do, and then he got the sandwiches and all kinds of stuff.
I was saying what Bryce would have said. I wasn't saying what I would say.
Okay, I got lost in translation.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Chandler's wife would ask.
This is how we're starting the show.
Chandler's wife would ask, is a hot dog a sandwich? And you'd say, no, but you better go make me a sandwich. True or false?
No, I would not say that.
Good, you passed the test. I would put that on Tinder, too.
But see, now, the way y'all did this, all right, Clip's a sexist.
Now, how am I a sexist?
Exactly. You said what I would have said.
Oh, okay.
I said what Bryce would have said.
This is a good lesson out there. You got to know the context, know who's saying what, and why they are saying it.
Yeah.
Chandler, welcome to the show.
Thank you, buddy.
CJ Schaefer is here. Shirley Rhodes here as well. And coming up a little bit later on in hour one, we will talk to Eric Ward. Did you know that there are 2 conference championships going on in Greenville? You got the lacrosse championship in the American, and also the softball championship is going to be played here in Greenville. Year 1 of the Wink, Shane Winkler, and you just hope that once he builds the program here, we can get it back here. Who knows? Maybe they could pull an upset this year, but we'll talk about those events, and you can check those out for free coming up. So we'll give you all the details on those with Eric Ward coming up in hour number 1. Also in hour 1, the voice Jeff Charles will join us live from Michigan, and we'll talk about what's going on in the world of sports with Jeff Charles. Mully joins us in the 4 o'clock hour, as will Scott Rogers, Scooter. We'll talk some baseball as they get ready to make the trip to Memphis, and we'll talk about the big sweep over Cincinnati and what lies ahead for this ECU baseball team. Is Austin Riley, how do you call him out?
Wow.
Nobody's seeing this, but that is one of the worst call. He was clearly safe. We saw it live. Now we get the benefit of replay. The ball's nowhere close to the glove. Anyway, Stephen Igoe joins us at 5 o'clock. Make sure you tune in for that because we got a new ditty that we cooked up earlier today.
Yeah, it's good.
To welcome Stephen Igoe onto the show, a little song to bring him on. So that's going to be fun at 5 o'clock. And that's the show. Thoughts?
That's it. All right. We'll see you on Thursday.
So we've done away with the homeless dressing blonde kid music?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't played that in a while, have you?
No, I
forgot about that.
Was that a line from Boneyard?
I believe so.
Somebody called Stephen Igoe the homeless dressing blonde kid. Well, now he's got a baby. He's an adult. So sometimes he still dresses.
He has come a long way
in cash clothing, but I think he might have outgrown that title, Shirley. So congratulations to him. All right, let's see what's going on in the world of sports. Let's look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Braves right now are scoreless with the Mets in the top of the 6th. Austin Riley on first after legging out an infield single, to which they called him out, and we had to waste time on a replay. The Diamondbacks lead the Marlins 6-3. And did this happen earlier today? What we just saw a moment ago, Chandler, where Madison Bumgarner went haywire?
Yeah.
He got tossed.
Apparently, it happened during the check.
Oh, wow. It was after the first inning.
The substance check. It was not substance related, though. Apparently, he must have been kind of upset with the umpire with a call that was made earlier in that inning. And then I guess while he was being checked, he voiced his frustrations and was tossed. But I did see that there was no substance-related issues. I think he was just mad.
He gave up a first-inning homer, and as you said, the ump was checking him going on his way to the dugout, and Bumgarner never made it to the dugout before getting tossed. So he did the whole hold me back thing, and Madison Bumgarner is a big man.
He is.
And
he's got that North Carolina strength.
That would be tough to hold back a guy of that size. So Bumgarner tossed, but the Diamondbacks lead the Marlins 6-3 in the 7th inning. It is the Cardinals all over the Royals 5-0 in the 7th. Padres 3-1 lead over the Guardians. Tigers lead the Pirates 3-2, and the Astros have a 4-0 lead over the Mariners. Those are the games going on right now on your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Also tonight, the Orioles taking on the Twins at 7:05.
Are you enjoying this day baseball as much as Jonathan Ellerby will be?
Hey, Jonathan Ellerby says there is nothing better.
There is nothing better than day baseball.
In life.
Nothing.
I wish Ellerby was here today because I watched the show that he recommended to me a long, long time ago, and that show is Ted Lasso. And I watched a few episodes last night. It gets rave reviews. I've never talked to anybody that didn't like Ted Lasso. Have any of you seen Ted Lasso?
I don't think I have.
I got a no from CJ. I got a no from Chandler. I got a no from Shirley.
He has a mustache?
He does. Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
He is a college football coach, won a national championship with Division II Wichita State, the Shockers.
Oh, really?
And then he goes overseas to coach a soccer team that's in the Premier League. And
Strange plot.
It's a funny show. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend that. I will continue watching episodes tonight. Also, on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, the Hurricanes in action tonight. Game 2 of the first round of the Eastern Conference Stanley Cup playoffs. And the Canes lead at 1-0 after winning 5-1 on Monday. This game will have a puck drop a little after 7 tonight. We'll be watching it at A.J. McMurphy's during Sports Trivia. So come on out, participate, or just hang out, and let's get a rowdy crowd to watch some some hockey tonight. At AJ's, why are you not scoring? Did he have to hold up that long? Here we go again. Bases loaded, 1 out. I bet the Braves don't score here. I bet they don't score. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Who do you have coming up?
Ozzy's up. We're getting to the bad part of our lineup because Ozuna and Riley got on. So, yeah, maybe Adam Duvall. Anyway, hockey tonight. We'll be watching
at AJ's.
Baseball, NBA playoffs. It'll all be on at AJ McMurphy's. CJ, you have one TV. The TV is out of reach to you. You're a bit of a shorter fella. Remote is broke because you spilled. What's your favorite beverage, non-alcoholic?
Pepsi.
You spilled a Pepsi on your remote and it broke. It just disintegrated. So you can only watch one sporting event tonight. So your Celtics aren't playing, so that takes them away. You got Sixers, Heat, Mavericks, Suns. You've got all of the Stanley Cup playoff games on. Or you could watch a baseball game. Your Pirates are playing now. You probably wouldn't choose to watch them anyway.
Not at all.
What are you watching tonight?
I would watch Mavs Suns because I am interested to see how the Mavs bounce back after. There's no way to sugarcoat it. They got embarrassed game 1. It wasn't pretty. I'm interested in seeing how they bounce back.
Did they get it? I mean, but is that not what was supposed to happen? Or were they supposed to be better? I don't.
I mean, I expect the Suns to win the series, but I didn't expect the Mavs to come out as flat as they did. But the 2 games last night were a lot of fun. I
tell you, man, I didn't say it on the air. My bet of the lifetime was Celtics first quarter last night. Yeah. It sounds easy to say now. It's lame to say it now, but yeah, after game 1, you knew they were going to come out.
You just weren't going to play 2 games as flat as they did. That's probably the worst game the Celtics have played since December. That was ugly, and really, you have to face it. The Celtics are the more complete team. They're the better team, especially with Chris Middleton not playing for the Bucks. They had to bounce back in a big way, and they did. Giannis had a decent game, but he started out very poor. I think he missed his first 8 shots or so. Grant Williams, incredible defensively. And this was all done without Marcus Smart, the Defensive Player of the Year. So the fact that the Celtics bounced back, and not just with a win, this was an emphatic win.
Yeah, it was over after the first quarter, basically.
They're going to bring a lot of momentum back to Milwaukee.
All right, I would choose the Kings tonight. How about you, Chandler?
I'm going Canes. I officially.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're out on the NBA playoffs anyway.
Yeah.
You just have never.
No, I'm not. That doesn't mean I'm not going to watch the playoffs at all. I told my roommate yesterday, who's a big NBA nut, that it might take till the conference finals.
Yeah.
It might take to the conference finals to get Chandler Honeycutt in NBA playoff mode. But now I'm excited about the Canes. Dominant win on Monday, 5-1, and I think I'm going to try to find some red to wear to AJ's tonight to hop on the bandwagon. So I'm excited about that. There's going to be some Canes fans.
I should have brought my towel.
In attendance at AJ, so I'll be excited to kind of feel their energy. And so I will be locked into the Canes at 7:00.
Is Pilks a?
He's a Bruins fan.
All right, we'll have a Bruins.
And he will
guy
be there tonight. Yeah.
All right, good.
So I don't know how y'all feel about NHL playoffs, but for me, I kind of enjoy getting on the Canes bandwagon. Even obviously I'm rooting for the Pens, but being on the Canes bandwagon is pretty fun because the energy from all the Canes fans around it's pretty infectious.
And I would say they're pretty inviting. It's a good bunch.
Yeah,
they're a really good bunch.
There's not a lot of people that'll say "Hey, you weren't here in December. Why are you here now?"
Right.
They're pretty welcoming. So
they got that Southern hospitality.
That's right, boy. Southern hospitality. There is some ECU news today. We got a transfer portal entry, and that is cornerback for the Pirates from D.C., Sean Tucker.
Former 3-star recruit coming out of high school.
I was excited about him. A, coming out of D.C., thought that was pretty cool.
The power of D.C.
And B, a guy that had some accolades coming in here. Interesting nugget. So Tucker did his whole statement. I would like to thank East Carolina University for giving me the opportunity. And basically what everybody says.
Compete, physical.
In Igoe's article on Hoist the Colors, he points out that Mike Houston had some comments on Sean Tucker last week, where he said, quote, "We've challenged Sean Tucker. He's been in the program for multiple years. It's time for him to push himself to get in the mix a little bit, for sure.
A little bit, for sure, if any.
He's got to be more consistent with his work ethic. He's got to be more consistent with his toughness, be more consistent with a positive attitude. If he can improve those things, then he's got a shot to get on the field. But he's made it to the point where he's got to. So it sounds like this may have been a mutual decision for Sean Tucker to enter the transfer portal. So there is the news on that. Now I guess I'll ask Igoe, is he eligible? Because the deadline, I thought, was May the 1st.
That was going to be my question. Is it too late?
May the 1st be
when is it too late for these guys to enter the transfer portal? We saw,
but to enter to be able to play right away without a waiver.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's the question. And I know we've talked about Igoe. We'll talk to Igoe today, and I know a lot of that period where people enter the transfer portal is right there, right after the spring game. We saw that for this ECU football program with some names, and now you're seeing Sean Tucker. And now you're kind of wondering, all right, is this too late for Sean Tucker if he wants to play right away next year in college football? So we'll talk to Igoe and get his thoughts on it. But it's like you said, it sounds like it was a mutual agreement. We were all very excited about this guy coming out of high school, being a 3-star recruit from, like you said, DC, which produces a lot of talent in football.
Speaking of football, if you are a football fan, tune in hour 3 because Igoe did something that I enjoy on Hoist the Colors, and we'll bring it to the radio. You know me, Chandler. You know what I love? I love brackets, right?
Yeah, bracketology.
You know what else I like? I like depth charts. Love a depth chart.
Is he projecting the depth chart?
Igoe projected post-spring depth chart.
Oh, those are fun.
On the offensive side of the ball. So we'll take a look at some of those names. A lot that we will know. We'll see if any creep in that we are not too familiar with.
Cool deal. Yeah, I can't wait to see. And there's going to be a lot of familiar names on that projected depth chart too, so which is very exciting. You were wrong, sir. You bet that the Braves would not score a run. You were wrong by a long shot because they at least got 2 in there.
Travis d'Arnaud walked to score a run, and Adam Duvall just hit a 2-run double. And Atlanta leads the Mets 3-0 in the 6th inning.
And when we talked to Igoe, my biggest, what I'm very excited to see who he has projected on the front line for the offense. What that offensive line looks like when it comes to, in terms of Stephen Igoe's projections.
And do we have a long snapper battle going on?
I don't know. I do know the new long snapper that has come in. I'm on a streak with connections with the long snapper, Robert Hill being one a couple of years ago. You had Slade Roy, who I actually did not know, knew he was a Rubio long snapper. And now Alex Harper, who went to Rosewood right down the road and played in the same conference as me in high school, comes from NC Central, and I believe is either competing for a job or he will have the job. So we shall see.
Good stuff. Guess who's going to the Hurricanes game tonight? I'll give you a hint. Gary Hahn likes to say his name in Raleigh.
Tony Haynes?
Tony Dunn will be going.
Tony Dunn. Let's go down to Tony. We'll talk to Tony on Friday at 4 o'clock.
Tony is getting his wife her Mother's Day gift, which is Hurricanes tickets. And that sounds like Tony wants to go to the game, so he's making that no. Miranda, his wife, is actually
a huge Caniac.
A bigger Caniac than Tony.
Tony, let's get down to Miranda. Miranda, what's going on in PNC tonight?
How's Tony?
How's Tony? Is he drunk yet? Let's get down to Miranda.
7 o'clock tonight, PNC Arena. There'll be a lot of folks from the East heading there tonight for that game. All right, another nugget here that I don't like this. This is not me being like America. I don't like it more for my team if they have to go overseas to play a football game. Luckily, they don't, so the Commanders will be commanding in the U.S., but there are, 5 games?
In Germany?
That have been, no, there's 1 game in Germany.
I thought that was where you were going.
I said there's 5 games, and you immediately said in Germany.
Sorry. There's only 1 game in Germany?
If you're going to finish my sentence, you got to get it right.
Sorry.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing better than day baseball. There's nothing worse than somebody finishing your sentence
incorrectly.
Thank you. That is correct. That was pretty good. But if you were to finish my sentence and it be incorrect, man, nothing worse than that. There is 1 game in Germany. It'll be at the home of, how do you say it, CJ? Bayern Munich. How do you say before Munich? Bayern Munich. They'll play in the home of Bayern Munich. The Bucks and the Seahawks will play the NFL's first regular season game in Germany. Other games outside of the States this year, Saints and Vikings in London, Packers and Giants in London, and the Jags and Broncos. That'll be at Wembley Stadium.
The Jags love a international regular season game.
That they do. And there will be a game in Mexico. That game will be the Cardinals and San Fran. That'll be a Monday night game.
The last time there was a game in Mexico, wasn't it like a shootout? Wasn't it?
I don't know if it was the last time, but it comes to mind that Rams Chiefs. And they just scored 1 billion points.
Wasn't there an issue with the field? The field conditions were bad, but whatever. It was
the Chiefs were scheduled
shootout
to play the Rams in 2019, but the game was moved due to poor field conditions.
Okay.
So there you go. Yeah, so I'm glad my team won't be over there. One time my team, the Redskins at the time, went over there, went all the way across there to play football and came home with a tie to the Bengals. What a waste of a trip that was.
It wasn't fun when the Panthers played the Panthers.
Tie?
Hi?
Oh, no, Shirley! Where is it? The panic on Shirley's face there was great.
Tie?
Hold on. We can't find the tie?
Tie?
Hi?
Tie?
Hi?
Well, we got to take a break anyway because
Eric Ward?
Eric? Tie? Take us to break, Shirley.
Tie?
No,
break?
Shirley's not going to take us to break until she finds Ty.
Eric's looking very dapper.
He is. Good look. You'll be able to see that in just a moment. Oh, you'll see it right now. I see it in the video.
Hi. Ty?
Why is that not ready to go, Shirley? That's got to be in the chamber.
Because it was not saved, and we had
I know that issue.
Yeah.
I know that issue.
When we had to reboot the computer, we lost the audio file. I had to go back there and put it back in my board.
Here's the tissue for your issue.
Ty?
Ty?
Hi.
Ty? All right, let's take a time out. Come back when we return. Eric Ward will tell us what's going on. A lot's going on over at the ECU Athletic Complex. We'll talk about that and more when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Ty?
Hi.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ Dance Party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling take a beating. Guarantee your system is ready when you need it. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Delcor, the service professionals.
Hey guys, this is Kyra from Postcode Junction in Washington, where all your shipping needs come together. Did you know Postcode Junction is the only UPS, FedEx, and DHL shipping location in Washington? Postcode Junction is also the place for your Amazon returns. Need to ship a package the same day? Want to avoid the long lines at the post office? Come see us at Postcode Junction by 4:30 and we got you covered. Postcode Junction on 15th Street in Washington next to Tractor Supply. Go Pirates!
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case, cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. Ah, what else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. New Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
For dine-in or to-go, Familia is your favorite place for great Italian food and more. Familia has just launched a new menu featuring new pizzas like the Sweet and Spicy and the Southwest Chicken. Every Sunday, you can feed the whole family with a buy one, get the second pizza half-price special all day. If you need to unwind after work during the week, stop by Wednesday for half-price wine, and Thursdays, all drafts are only $2. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Unfortunately, many organizations today simply react to IT issues after the damage is done. This is known as the break-fix cycle in the tech service industry. University PC Care's Business Services Division has a better way, a proactive solution called BizCare. What's at your office? Call William at University PC Care today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's has daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio, perfect for some outdoor dining. And there's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Brock. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's Day. Step back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Since I said the Braves would not score a run, they have not gotten out, and they've scored 7 runs. So
the old reverse psychology.
Yeah, the reverse jinx. Tried, folks. It works, and proof is in the pudding right now as they lead the Mets 7-0. Still 1 out in the 6th inning. And great job. So he didn't tag.
Yeah, is this Little League or something?
I don't know.
Wait, did they call Matt Olson out? I guess they did. They said he tagged first. I thought he did. So anyway, Acuna gets in a rundown and ends up being safe, and a run scores for Atlanta. 7-0 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Dub Up.
Dub Up.
Eric Ward from ECU joins us here inside the Pirate Radio studios to talk about what's going on. So the baseball team is away this weekend. We'll talk to Scott Rogers coming up in hour 2 as the Pirates go to Memphis. But, Eric, there's a lot going on around these parts. Some championships will be hoisted in Greenville, North Carolina, both lacrosse and softball. So let's get into those events. We'll start with softball, Eric. When do the festivities begin?
Softball is actually next weekend. Lacrosse is this upcoming weekend.
Oh, so back-to-back weekends with championships. Okay.
So lacrosse championship actually starts tomorrow. Pirates play the first game against Florida. So we got that. It's 4:30 p.m. Free admission for both these tournaments. But yeah, one of the rare deals, because the SEC does not sponsor lacrosse, so both Florida and Vanderbilt are in the American, and they're 2 of the 4 teams that qualified for this tournament.
And Florida's really good?
Yeah, they are a perennial top 10 team.
East Carolina being in the AAC tournament for the first time in program history. How did Greenville get selected to host? Does it just rotate?
So there is a rotation. Lacrosse, we were already slated to host. Softball actually got moved here because UCF is leaving the American, and so they removed the championship. So I guess we were next in that rotation, so we got it.
Good deal. So lacrosse goes from Thursday. When will a champion be crowned?
Saturday. Yeah,
so Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
It's there's 2 games tomorrow because it's just 4 teams, and then there's 1 game on Saturday.
And Pirates play at 4:30
tomorrow, and then hopefully noon on Saturday.
So what is the schedule for softball next week, Eric?
So that starts Thursday, and it's a single elimination tournament. So unlike lacrosse, every team qualifies for the softball tournament.
And that's great that East Carolina can host it. And Shane Winkler in year one, we've seen some improvements, but said earlier, hopefully we can get back here to Greenville once he's got his team fully stocked.
Yeah.
And but who knows? Maybe they can pull off some upsets this year.
Yeah, they've had some nice wins along the way. Definitely in a roster crunch to start the year, and so really proud of them sticking it together. I think they've been a fun team to watch. They're going to be really good in the future.
So this week, lacrosse championships going on in Greenville, and next week it'll be softball. The lacrosse event is free. Softball
also free.
Free $99.
Yeah.
So awesome opportunity to see some good college athletics. If you're one of those people who is down on the NIL and the way college sports are becoming, true amateurism at the ECU Athletics Complex.
Well, I do believe, though, that 4 of the top 6 sports in NIL money are women's sports.
All right, I stand corrected. Coming up next week, you can see the Pirates back home. They got 2 series to wrap up the season. Eric, great to see you out at Clark LeClaire on Saturday.
It's fun.
Eric was the person to my left, handling all the marketing, music, all of that stuff, but had a child recently. How's being a dad going for you?
It's pretty great. Definitely starting to catch up on sleep a little bit, so that's been nice. Actually got to take the little boy to his first baseball game on Sunday, so we got to experience that in the jungle. It was really awesome.
How was the first time for the newborn?
It was good. He slept for the entire game, so I was expecting to catch about 2 or 3 innings, and we caught 8. So that was
awesome.
Nice. And then, people in the jungle were really nice. It was actually my first game in the jungle, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
So that was really cool. It's a great time out there, and I think the next 2 weeks are just going to be amazing in terms of fan attendance in these last few baseball games.
Cliff Godwin gave credit to the crowd following Saturday's win, and talked to the guys on Monday on the Players Lounge, and it's heating up. It's becoming that time of the year, and they're starting to get excited about wrapping this thing up with a bunch of wins and still in the hunt, Eric, when it comes to making it as an at-large in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I think we're in a great spot. Not to disparage Memphis, but traditionally they're one of the worst teams in the league. If that's our only remaining road series, I think we're in a really good spot to take care of business at home like we normally do. It's kind of crazy for as much as the team is had to cobble together some things. They've done an outstanding job sticking together. And hey man, if you're a fan and you for whatever reason think, hey man, this is a down season, if it ends in a conference championship and wins in the high 30s or 40s, that's pretty crazy.
That is not bad for a down year, quote unquote, for Pirate baseball. Eric Ward joining us. By the way, one more note on your fatherhood. You're a big sports fan, and your son has a sports-related name, correct?
That's right, Camden.
Named after the Yards up in Baltimore.
2027 World Series champion Baltimore Orioles.
So he'll be able to watch that one with you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now's a great time, Eric, to have a kid with that name while they're in the rebuild.
Yeah, buy low, sell high.
How did the wife feel about that name?
Oh, she was great.
Okay.
And she went, so she's from California. She's an Oakland A's fan. And we went to our first game together in Camden Yards 3 years ago. And she loved it. And her brother lives in Baltimore, and he's a doctor. And so he goes to games all the time.
Awesome.
He sends them. He tries to make me jealous, and he does. He succeeds.
Alameda? Is that the name?
Yeah, they're from
that'd be a beautiful girl's name for your next one.
Well, we'll see.
All right. Eric Ward joining us. Eric, let's get an update on football.
Yep.
We got season ticket numbers.
Yeah, we have surpassed 12,500. That is an amazing place to be in right now. I think John Gilbert has established a goal of about 15,000 at this point. Definitely, a little ways to go, but on an amazing track for that. So where we're at right now is basically where we ended last year. So the fact that we have 4 more months to go to sell tickets and several prime selling seasons to go, I think it's going to be real nice this fall.
Awesome. Do you think we'll get a state kickoff time this summer, or is that going to be like?
Yeah, usually that's June. I think when they do their first kind of round, it's usually the first 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
Yeah, I know what we're all hoping for, and I really hope that's what that pans out to be.
That we are, but it's going to be a fun one. We'll have our countdown to kickoff presented by David Price Construction tomorrow, Chandler.
Yes, sir.
So I don't want you to wreck your brain doing math today. We'll worry about that on Thursday.
All right, that's fine.
Yep.
Anytime I don't have to do math, it's a great time for me.
It's a good day. All right, Eric Ward. Eric, what else we need to talk about? What else is going on at East Carolina?
Baseball, I really mean it, that this is going to be critical next 2 weeks, and the opportunity to kind of take care of business at home would put us in a nice position regardless of the conference tournament. So weather should be great, just getting out and supporting the team and kind of keeping that home field advantage rolling.
And it's been a lot of fun this year, and it's only going to crank up even more for these final 2 home series coming up next weekend and the following weekend. The last weekend, I know, is against Houston. Is it South Florida?
USF is next weekend.
Okay.
And so they're having a little bit of a down year. They were actually picked by one person to win the league, and obviously they did last year in the tournament. But hey, man, we already got through the Tulane series and the UCF series. So Houston, they got Murders Row down the stretch here. So hopefully we can be the big boppers in that.
Good deal. Had Bark at the Park earlier this year. Eric got an idea for you guys, just unsolicited idea. When is Meow in the Crowd?
Meow in the Crowd?
Meow in the Crowd.
You're going to have to
Why
ask
are you
Casey.
shaking your head?
You're going to have to ask Casey about that and see if he wants to implement that next
Everybody
year.
bring your annoying cat to the ballpark.
Yeah. I love, I forget which MLB team did it, but they had a Bark in the Park, and they did like the Simba Cam thing, and the video was like thousands of dogs being lifted up. It was pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool. Always thinking of new ideas, right? Eric
no
Ward
doubt.
joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live. Good stuff, Eric. How the O's doing?
Pitching's actually coming around. I feel pretty good about where they're at. They weren't supposed to be really competitive this year. I think Rutschman's coming up in the next few weeks, they think.
That's exciting.
Grayson Rodriguez, who's the top pitching prospect in baseball, they think he could debut in the next week or two as well. So
Connor Norby, a couple years away.
Yeah.
He's playing well. Playing great right now.
Well, I think he was leading the farm system in average for a little bit there. So I hope to see him. It'd be really nice if they were a contending team, and Connor Norby was a big part of that.
And Shirley, we've got O's baseball tonight right here on Pirate Radio. You can check that out. So, Eric, when you're out and about, as you know.
That's how I catch the O's since I have Suddenlink. So
that's right.
I can't watch them. So Pirate Radio is my source for the Oriole baseball games.
Great. Check them out tonight right here on Pirate Radio. Eric, thanks for hanging out, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Lacrosse tournament going on this weekend, and softball tournament will be right here in Greenville next weekend, along with some home Pirate baseball. We'll take a timeout, come back. When we return, we'll visit with the voice, Jeff Charles, talk about everything else going on in the world of sports. He joins us after this timeout.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
It's bow time. Have you ever wondered why Bojangles Chicken Supremes are called Supremes? Well, with golden crispy chicken tenderloins this juicy, tender, and full of bold flavor, what else would you call them? Superbs? Nah, that would be weird. Get your 4-piece Chicken Supremes combo today with a scratch-made biscuit, your choice of fixin', legendary iced tea, and your favorite sauce for dipping. Download our app to order ahead. It's bow time.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, And if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, did you miss a show on Pirate Radio? Well, you can listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. You can subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Barad.
All right, back with you here, Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. We will wrap up the hour with the voice, Jeff Charles, who joins us today on the Pirate Radio Live line, live from Michigan. Jeff, appreciate your time as always. How you doing?
Clip, I'm doing great. I'm doing a lot better than the Cincinnati Reds these days. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, Jeff did a MLB wins pool, and we do it each month. So in the month of April, I had the Mets, who were great. I had the Rockies and Angels, who got off to great starts. And then I had your World Series pick and the Cincinnati Reds, and the White Sox and the Reds absolutely killed me, and I ended up losing by a couple of games. So I think the White Sox will figure it out, although Redbeard on Twitter did say it's the curse of Jeff Charles. I didn't know that was a thing, but maybe it is. But I don't believe the Reds are going to figure it out in 2022.
Well, the moral of the story, Clip, is don't believe the old voice, because he's wrong more often than he is right. But, yeah, the Reds are just horrible. They're 3-20. They've not won a game, Clip. This is putting it in perspective. They've not won a game since April the 10th.
They split with the Braves to open the season. They were 2-2, right?
Yeah, exactly. And now they've just lost all of these games. And I'll tell you what, in Cincinnati, it's not a good scene right now. The fans are basically infuriated with the ownership. And I don't know, Clip, if you've talked about this on your show or not, but the Castellinis own the Cincinnati Reds, and Mr. Castellini is the primary owner, but his son is very involved in the day-to-day operation. His name is Phil, and he came out a couple of weeks ago, and the Reds were struggling so badly, and the fan base was so upset. I mean, they were calling the talk shows, and they were on the message boards and writing letters to the editor of the paper, and everything was going on in a negative sense with the fan base. And he got so upset with Cincinnati fans, he said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and sell the team, and they'll move it somewhere else, and you won't even have a team here in Cincinnati. I'll tell you what, that went over like a lead balloon.
Yeah.
And he's like become public enemy number one. I can't believe anybody would be that dumb to say that in the first place. But he said it, and then, of course, after he said it, here came all the retractions and all the apologies.
Yeah.
But the damage has been done now. And the Reds fans are not coming to games. They had 9,100 the other night. And we're just getting started with this thing. They've got still like 140 games yet to go. And how bad are they going to be? They're 3-20 as they enter play coming up tonight.
Well, Joey Votto has been Mr. Red in this, modern era, this recent times in Major League Baseball, and they've been bad for a while. And is his name going to pop up during the deadline, Jeff, or do you think he just stinks this thing out because he's getting up there in years, and he's certainly not going to win there?
No, he's not going to win there, and I'll tell you what, Cliff, I've always wondered about that. Of course, the Reds were not always this bad. They were over 500 a couple of years ago, and it looked like they had a chance to, be a competitive team, but Votto has been there through a lot of bad years with the Reds, and he's always stuck with them, and he's always said, I want to play in Cincinnati, I want to play for this franchise. So he's been very loyal. Now, he's batting, believe it or not, Joey Votto in the last 15 years has been one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball. He's batting 122 this year, and they put him on some type of COVID list. I'm not sure what it's all about because they say he hasn't tested positive, but he is on some kind of a COVID list as of last night. So he's not playing, and the rest of the guys just aren't hitting at all. I mean, you look at their stats, they're like dead last in Major League Baseball in like every stat imaginable. And so it's a tough situation. And when they started unloading a lot of those players, a few months ago in what was a salary crunch. I mean, I thought to myself at that point, well, this team's not going to be very good, and I thought they were going to lose 90 games. I thought maybe 72-90 is what they were going to be looking at for this year. But my goodness, they're on track now to lose well over 110, 115 games unless they miraculously turn this thing around. So this could very well be the worst season in the history of Cincinnati Reds baseball.
And they're without their best pitcher, Luis Castillo, and I heard Ellerby. I saw Brian Packard hit a home run, and I believe in that same game recently also was the only guy to get a hit off Luis Castillo, who was trying to work his way back up. But, heck, by the time he gets there, who knows what the record will be, and the season will be long gone by then. So, yeah, a lot of struggles going on with the Reds. I'm watching the Braves take on the Mets, Jeff, and I talked to a Mets fan yesterday, Shea Ward, who is a player for Pitt Community College. They got their Region 10 tournament beginning on Thursday, but even he, as a young guy, says, look, I'm excited about the start of the season, but they're the Mets. They're going to find a way to screw it up. I don't know. I do like what they have going with Buck Showalter, and they're putting together some good performances, at least right now.
Yeah, they really are, and I really like their pitching. I think they're going to be contenders the entire year. I really do, Clip. And you talked about the Phillies in that division. They're kind of treading water right now, but I think they're going to come on, and I think they're going to play better, and I think the Braves are going to play better. I think the Braves really miss Freddie Freeman, and being here in Michigan this summer, I've been watching the Tigers almost every day, and they just came off a series with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I'll tell you what, Freddie Freeman is beloved at Chavez Ravine. They have really taken to him, and he's just such an outstanding player and just a great guy to have on a ball club. And watching that series this weekend, it was like Freddie Freeman's been playing there for a long time, and this is, of course, the first year he's been playing for the Dodgers. And I'll tell you what else was fun watching the Dodgers this weekend on television, Clip, was to see Clayton McCullough coaching first base.
Oh, yeah.
And he was getting a lot of FaceTime on television, and in fact, the Tigers announcers mentioned him a couple of times on the telecast that there's a young guy that has a great future. I don't know how many people realize this, but Clayton interviewed for the New York Mets job, as we're talking about the Mets, Clip. He interviewed for the job before they hired Buck Showalter, and, he's only 42 years old, so he's got a great future. I think Clayton's got a chance to be a big league manager someday, and it was just great to see his face on television all last weekend.
And we said it at the time, too, that that's awesome. He got an interview because now his name is out there, Jeff, and just about any time a managerial spot opens up, you'll probably see him, connected to it and interview discussions, and you kind of get in that cycle, and you can stay in that cycle until you finally do get your first job. So that was great for him.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's all about exposure. It's all about networking, and of course, the Dodgers have been so good, and that doesn't hurt his chances at all either, coming from a winning program like that. So, yeah, I think Clayton's got a bright future. He comes from a great family. I ran into his mom not too long ago, and we were talking about Clayton and everything he's been able to do in baseball. And, of course, we know his dad and know the background that his dad's had in baseball all these years. So it's a terrific family, and I hope someday Clayton gets a chance to manage in a big league.
Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, my sports cup has been full. I went to a draft party that my buddy throws last Thursday, so got a little NFL in there, got a lot of ECU baseball this weekend, and then Monday night I watched an entire hockey game. I watched the Hurricanes take down the Bruins 5-1 in game 1 of that series, and they'll play game 2 tonight at a rocking PNC Arena, 7 o'clock on ESPN. And you got me thinking when you mentioned Michigan and Detroit sports. I remember in the 90s, Jeff, the Hockey Town USA was on the ice there in Detroit, and they had Fedorov and Yzerman, and they were the big bad Red Wings at the time. That is not the case here in current days, but I do remember those Red Wings teams. And I wasn't a huge hockey guy, but man, they were always on because they were always making runs in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah, they had all the Russian players. You may remember, Clip, you mentioned one of them. There were a number of other guys that were on that team. They were really good, and they were winning Stanley Cups. And, well, they've gone in a bad cycle just like all teams do, and they fired their coach over the weekend, Jeff Blashill, who had been the Red Wings coach for 7 years, and they decided to part ways with him. And you mentioned Steve Yzerman. Well, Steve Yzerman now is running the Detroit Red Wings. He's general manager. Yeah, and he pulled the trigger on Jeff Blashill, who I thought was doing a pretty good job. But it's the same thing that happens in sports. It's like, what have you done for me lately? And have you gotten to the playoffs? And have you made a run once you've gotten your team in the playoffs? And we see what happened with James Borrego, who I thought was doing a good job with Charlotte. And he had improved them the last 2 years. Their win totals had gone up. And Clip, you and I talked about this the last week or two. They just had those horrible one-game playoffs where they've gotten blown out, and it ended up costing the man his job, even though, I thought the franchise and the teams were showing progress, but those 2 games cost him. And now they're looking to move in a different direction, and you're hearing D'Antonio's name pop up, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Saw a list of some retreads. I don't want that to be a negative term, but just guys we've seen in and out of the league in the past. And I got to say, Jeff, it's not that exciting when you look at the list. Now, if you get like maybe a Frank Vogel, who I think was kind of the scapegoat there in L.A., yeah, that'd be all right. But it's a long laundry list of names you've kind of seen float around in the past, including D'Antonio.
Yeah, and I think he has been with, I believe, 5 NBA teams as a head coach.
Yeah.
So you're right, Clip. I mean, he's been around the block. But a lot of those guys end up surviving and coaching, 5, 6, 7 teams, just like the players in the NBA. It's amazing how some of those guys have played with 10 different teams in the National Basketball Association. And how about that performance last night by John Morant?
Yeah. He has been the guy in these playoffs. If one individual has kind of put his name at the superstar level, it has been John Morant, and he's out there yapping at Steph Curry, and it makes for intriguing television. I'm interested to see what happens when the series goes out to Golden State. Can this Memphis team and John Morant really hang with the greats of Curry and Thompson? It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, and you mentioned Thompson and Clip. It's great just to see him back out on the floor.
Yeah.
He kind of plays in the shadow of Steph Curry, and he's in the shadow of all the stuff that Draymond Green always has going on. But, just watching him last night, I was thinking, boy, I really missed watching him play when he has been injured. He's just such a graceful athlete, and he's so smart. He's so unassuming. He's such a great shooter. He's just a lot of fun to watch. I don't know if Memphis can beat them. I don't think they can. But, that's a good young team that's coming on. And then also last night, my goodness, that first half with the Celtics, they absolutely could not miss, and Jaylen Brown was on fire.
They end up winning 109-86, and it was over in the first quarter, basically, as you said, as they jumped out on the Bucks. So that series tied at 1 game apiece. Memphis and Golden State tied at 1 game apiece tonight. You've got the undermanned Sixers, and you say undermanned because they were without Joel Embiid. And boy, James Harden, Jeff, has kind of fallen off on a cliff. We've talked about it with quarterbacks like Peyton Manning in his final year, and he goes from this all-pro to a guy that can barely complete a 20-yard pass, and it kind of stinks to see. But this James Harden fall off has been pretty abrupt.
It has, and the national media, as you know, Cliff, has jumped all over it. Everybody's really jumped on him. So we'll see what kind of a competitor he is, and we'll see if he can bounce back. But losing Embiid really hurts. And I think they're thinking about maybe Game 3 or Game 4 he could be back, and they just have to have him back if they're going to have a chance in the series. So we'll wait and see. I mean, I've always thought once you get to the semifinals in both the Eastern and the Western Conference in the NBA, that's when it really gets fun. Some of the opening round series are okay, but this is really serious stuff now, and these games I think are just great to watch.
Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, we'll wrap it up like this. We've had a great time talking to the baseball players in the Players Lounge on Mondays, and Bryson Worrell, Zach Agnos, CJ Mayhew, Ryder Giles have done a great job with it. And a couple weeks ago, I said, we've talked enough baseball. We'll keep talking baseball, but let's throw in some nonsense questions. So, and my some of our listeners helped us out this week with some questions, and let me throw a couple at the voice here because people like to get to know Jeff Charles outside of the sports world. So, Jeff, I got a couple for you here. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why?
I would be a lion because a lion is smart and strong.
King of the Jungle, Jeff Charles. All right, I like it.
Yep.
Jeff, if you could pick one movie to watch for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It would be 42. And I just watched it a couple of weeks ago, and I can't tell you, Cliff, how much I enjoyed it. And the legacy of Branch Rickey and signing Jackie Robinson to the Major League Baseball contract to, of course, break the color barrier back in 1946, and then he played in 1947. I just thought that was a wonderful movie, and Harrison Ford did just a terrific job in playing Branch Rickey in that movie. I would recommend that to anybody. I just sat there and just stared at the screen a couple weeks ago when I watched it for the second time, actually, but I'd forgotten a lot about the movie because I think it came out in 2013 or 2014. I saw it then, but I'd forgotten a lot about it, and I just happened to see it a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was just wonderful.
All right, great recommendation from The Voice, 42. All right, Jeff, one more, and you get courtside seats. You're working the games, but you get up-close seats to a lot of great sporting events. If you could sit front row at any sporting event, what event would you choose to attend?
Boy, I'll tell you what, that's a tough one, Clip. I'd like to mention 3 or 4 probably, but I just think the intensity of an NBA 7th game for all the marbles in the finals would be just great because basketball is just one of those sports. There's just such incredible intensity and such noise, and you're sitting right there courtside watching the greatest players in the world play. So yeah, I would have a courtside seat right at midcourt watching the 7th game of the NBA Finals.
Would you ham it up like Jack Nicholson? You going to wear some, a nice suit, sunglasses, all that?
But I'd probably bring that character that Jack sits with me to the
Oh, yeah, the older gentleman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to hang out with that guy, whoever he is.
He is an interesting guy, yeah. He's been around. Is he still around, Jeff?
I don't know, a few years ago, but I looked him up.
Yeah.
And now I can't remember. I think he's an old actor. He's an old buddy of Jack Nicholson. But boy, those guys are a pair sitting there, aren't they?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jeff, always fun to chat with you on Wednesdays. We appreciate it. And have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week here on the show.
Sounds great, Clip. Thank you so much.
Jeff Charles joining us on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Some questions with Jeff there at the end. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. A lot of baseball chatter on the way as we'll talk to Mully. Mike Mullis will join us. We'll talk baseball. We'll talk golf and more. And Scooter, Scott Rogers, will join us on the Pirate Radio Live line to get you ready for ECU Memphis. Talk about the great weekend that was at Clark LeClaire Stadium. It's all ahead on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back, and it's on for Thursday, September 1st.
This season will be Pirate Radio's 20th football season, broadcasting as the voice of the Pirate Nation. And we are back, throwing the best party of the year, just days before the Pirates take on the Pack in Greenville.
Save the date and plan to join us on Thursday, September 1st for the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Bud Light.
We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit qualityequip.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. You work hard for your money at Carolina Wealth Management. We believe that your money should work hard for you. Do you know if it is? To learn more about your investment portfolio, go to mycarolinawealth.com to schedule a free consultation. That's mycarolinawealth.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Shirley, what's your shirt say?
What does my shirt say?
Yeah.
Heifer, please. No, it's
Heifer?
It's the Heifer brand.
Okay.
But it actually says "Love you to the moon and back."
So just getting all the wordplay and puns in.
Well, there is a brand named Heifer.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, it says. Don't you see where it says heifer right here?
Isn't that
And
a
there's
derogatory term towards women?
It's
Chandler, are you
it's a
sexist?
cow.
Wow, what a sexist thing to say.
Chandler. I'm saying that because if so, we do not need to say it on the radio because it's sexist. I'm not a sexist.
You're being too defensive. Because
I'm not a sexist.
You're a raging sexist.
Make sure you put that in your Tinder bio so people know.
Raging sexist.
I am not a sexist.
My name's not Davis.
I'm not a sexist.
I just love the fact that he's looking off camera when he does it.
Hey, Heifer, can you call Mully?
I will call Mully in a second. Ha ha. No, I got the shirt because that's what I used to tell my niece when she was little was "I love you to the moon and back."
And they called her a heifer?
That's why I got it because it has that phrase on the back.
I like heifer in the front, party in the back. I like the heifer in the front. Cool.
Well, yeah. There's another one. I thought I had bought it, but I don't think I did. But it said "I wish a heifer would," and it has a cow on the back.
I'm just looking up something real quick. Chandler, what's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Google it up.
Yeah, mystical. I thought so. Does he say "Quit crying, heifer"? Don't need all that. I'm glad I remember stuff that I'll never need to remember. Quit crying, heifer. I don't need all that. What's your favorite term to use for a woman? The sexist that you are. Do you like to say broad?
No, I know somebody that likes to say that.
Cookie, like, come here, cookie. Come here. You say sweetie, probably.
Shoddy.
Shoddy. Hey, Shoddy.
Shoddy.
It's your birthday. All right, enough of that talk. Let's. We need to head out to the Pirate Radio Live line and talk to Mike Mullis. Oh no, CJ just.
No, I connected with him, but it was a bad connection, so I'm calling him back.
Bad connection. Good deal. Braves lead the Mets 7-1 in the 8th inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Da Buck. Got Canes and Bruins coming up tonight, game 2. Oh, yeah, I wanted to read Susan Dean's. We do not promote physical violence on this program.
Even though we asked a question yesterday or Monday to players, asking them how many third graders can they beat up.
Correct. Susan says, we were talking earlier about Tony,
let's get down to Tony.
Tony Dunn taking his wife to PNC to see the Hurricanes for a Mother's Day gift. Susan says, I've got 12 personal training classes as an early Mother's Day gift so I can kick Matt Rule's butt. So not only does she want Matt Rule fired, she wants him physically assaulted by herself.
Would the perfect Mother's Day gift to you, Susan Deans, is having someone pay someone to whoop Matt Rule's ass?
No, we don't want to do that. Let's just get him fired. No ass whooping. Okay. Mike Mullis joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Mully, how you doing today, man?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Doing great. Saw a golf story, and this was a weird one. This is from Golf Digest. Gary Player's son opens up about Augusta National ban after Masters controversy. So I had to read this one. First of all, when you hear a story about like a athlete or somebody's son, you think, oh, what did this snot-nosed kid do? Well, Gary Player's son is 58 years old, so it's not anything like that. Do you know what he did, Mully, to get banned?
Yeah. He was. This was the golf ball incident.
Yeah,
they were doing the honorary start. Yeah.
So it was a picture with Lee Elder, correct, and in the photo op, he holds up, and I'm trying to get the brand of golf balls.
It's Gary Players. It's like the
Encore.
Yeah, and so Gary Player has a golf brand like, but he's the Knight or some Black Knight or Dark Knight or I don't know. That's Batman. But anyway, he it was that the golf ball brand that obviously the son was endorsing, and
right.
The fine folks at Augusta are fairly serious about not ruining the event with endorsements. So other than players, wearing their normal stuff. But yeah, he was banned, and that was kind of as soon as the world saw that, I don't think there was any question that he was not going to be welcomed back down by Igoe Lane.
And to his credit, Wayne Player called it tacky. He said it wasn't premeditated, but it was a tacky thing. But he got some marketing out of it. I don't know if it's good advertisement or bad advertisement, but anyway, thought that was an interesting story. That
I can tell you this: that I don't think you want your golf product having a black mark on it as it relates to the endorsement of Augusta. So I would say it was probably a negative move. I would say that those golf balls are probably available like 2 dozen for $10 at this point.
So Wayne Player banned from Augusta. Mully, I wonder how long that list is. What would you take a gander at? How many people are on the banned from the premises list there at Augusta?
I would say thousands.
Really? So like patrons every year probably get banned.
Think of the drunk people that show up every year.
They bring their cell phone in or something.
Yeah, no. If they take you out of there, you are not going back in there. They quite frankly do not need your patronage.
Mike Mullis joining us. Mully, we got one of those made-for-TV events. What do they call it? The Match. And this one's going to include 4 quarterbacks. I believe it's coming up in June. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Do you care about these events? Do you watch these events?
I have watched them historically. At this point, that basically is like you remember back in the day, even before my time, but I've seen replays of like the Shell Wide World of Golf deal where they would have, celebrities come play. I think that's basically what you got here. And quite frankly, I could think of several guys that I would rather see do this than that crowd. I would think, Seth Curry would be entertaining.
Honestly, I'm not tired of it. I would say the Mannings, Mully, because really this is about what are they going to say while they're mic'd up and how entertaining are they going to be, right?
That's right. And look, I would love to see John Daly play with one of these guys and maybe, somebody else is kind of a fringe cult hero of golf. I'm drawing a blank right now who that might be, but John Daly playing with Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
That would be worth watching. Matter of fact, you wouldn't even need to watch it. That would just be worth listening to.
Mike Mullis joining us. Yeah, it's all about those moments that you get with the mic'd up and all that stuff. That's coming up in June. Mully, we've got a Major League Baseball ejection earlier today. Did you see? And I believe you've told us about seeing this guy coming up, right? Madison Bumgarner?
Yeah, I saw that, and man, I cannot describe to folks that haven't seen him. He is a massive human being.
I said that earlier. He is a giant.
He is a giant, and I don't, from what I know of him, which was back in high school, so it's not like we go way back, but he's not a made-for-TV kind of, I'm going to act like I'm mad guy. I think when he gets fired up, he's like legitimately angry. If I were that umpire, I would be fearful of what may happen, like, as long as Madison Bumgarner's alive, will he hunt me down like some, Children of the Corn deal or something. Madison Bumgarner's got some fire in his tank, and the whole thing was extremely tacky, no pun intended. But I don't know, man. It was that's a sad deal.
Chandler, you were watching. So the ump is checking his hand,
and he never looks down at his hand,
and is staring in his eyes the entire time, basically taunting him, like
you're trying to intimidate.
Yeah. And Madison Bumgarner's not the guy to do that to, it sounds like.
No, and he's performing, it was almost an erotic hand massage.
Well,
that's what it looked like. It was very awkward like.
It was. Robert Kraft was envious.
It's pretty good.
It was just a bit much, and I don't know. Like I said, man, that's the dude I don't want. That would be kind of like Nolan Ryan. Like, to me, their personalities are probably fairly similar. And we saw, people didn't really try Nolan, but old Robin Ventura felt froggy one day, and we saw what happened when Nolan Ryan took hold of Robin Ventura's head and neck and upper torso. So I didn't. I saw that to kind of come across, and I thought that this baseball's just such a freaking mess right now. This is just one more thing.
And Clip, you said that happened in the first inning.
Yeah, he gave up one dinger and was coming off the field, and that was all he pitched today. So, yeah, he's on the list of people not to provoke. It reminds me of that Mike Tyson video from a couple weeks ago. Why would you do that to yourself?
Yep.
Where's?
I'll tell you, man. We're seeing all these baseballs, quote unquote, getting away from guys, and we've talked about it before. The quality of the ball, but they're obviously cracking down on what substances that they can use to create some grip with the baseball, and these hitters are seeing the downside of them not being able to use some of these substances because balls are getting away from guys at a crazy rate. So I don't know, but I guess that's part of the new initiative to create the new game of baseball. I don't know if you guys saw did you see the minor league guy? I think it was a AAA game. Guy gets called third strike for not getting back in the batter's box quick enough.
Yeah, I did see that.
You need to look that up.
I saw one. I didn't know it was a third strike. Maybe I saw something different. But yeah, I saw where
the umpire literally called time, pointed at the batter, and said he's out.
Is that welcome to the ump show, Mully? Should that not happen, or is that on the batter?
I mean, the hitter just walked off like I guess they knew the rule, but he did not seem to me to be taking a crazy amount of time out of the batter's box.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes you get these officials that only know one rule, and as soon as they get a chance to spring it on you, they're happy to do so. I mean, I remember guys like when I was coaching the Legion team, you would have a guy forget to take a necklace off, and the umpire would make a big scene about getting it. It's like, come on, Blue, we got it. We just we made a mistake here, or having too many guys out of the dugout. Okay, all right, we got it. We're grown folks.
You see Cliff get thrown out the other day?
I did. It was a good one.
It was, especially, I guess, post-ejection. Because he was somewhat tame beforehand, but then when he got tossed, man, that's about the maddest I've ever seen him. And I guess he was upset that he didn't ask for help on that one. I think Cliff said something to the effect of, you can't see that, ask for help. I think that was his argument.
Yeah, that guy behind the plate, to me, was kind of had a rough day anyway.
Yeah.
Probably, he probably had rabbit ears on, so he's probably hearing it a little bit from the fans. And I will tell you, on that note, Clip, and I don't know what you can hear up in the press box, but I guess the student section or the folks that are out in right field, man, Max Stokes is a great dude, and he made a call that definitely affected the outcome of a game in a negative way for East Carolina. But can we move on?
Yeah.
And they stayed on Mike the whole game, and it was just it's so funny to me. I know you guys make the announcement about unsportsmanlike conduct will not be tolerated and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He's out there trying to do a job. He's done a great job for a long time. That call didn't go our way. There's been thousands that he's been involved in that probably have gone our way. So I wish that crowd would get off his back a little.
Yeah, that was in February. Cost the Pirates the second game of the season. But I was thinking earlier today about where ECU is as far as RPI goes, as far as an at-large goes. And, man, you'd like to have that series back and a couple more. But East Carolina, I guess Mully has put themselves in the conversation. Nice sweep over the weekend. They go on the road at Memphis. I don't know if the quality of opponent is good enough to do a lot with the RPI, but if you reel off some sweeps here and have a good showing in the conference tournament, I think there is still a shot for East Carolina to get in as an at-large.
Yeah. Well, and obviously winning the conference is dead in their sights, and I mean it's certainly not a lost season, and it's it just it goes to show what we're used to as East Carolina baseball fans and observers that we expect that the path is going to be paved to host a regional and a super regional, or a regional and go to a super, whatever. Every year, but it's not a birthright. I mean, it's you got to go out there and take care of business, and sometimes things don't work out exactly as you would like for them to. But that's part of it, man. It's a long season, and you're right. I don't know that we have to sweep our way out of the season, but I definitely think it'd be awfully costly to drop a series at this point.
Yeah.
And there's some testers out there, and I think it could be very interesting. Houston's kind of come out of nowhere. It could be interesting that last weekend of the last weekend of the regular season with Houston at Clark or Claire. That series could dictate a lot.
And we're right back where we kind of started too, where East Carolina was on the mountain, got knocked down the mountain. Now Memphis, South Florida, who hasn't had the year they wanted, and Houston, they're near the top. Those are the next three series. East Carolina certainly has the target on the back. So interested to see what happens when the Pirates go to Memphis. We'll talk to Scooter Scott Rogers about that one in a moment. Mully, I know you don't have high interest in either one, but if you could only watch the playoff games tonight in basketball or the Hurricanes tonight in the Stanley Cup playoffs, what would you choose?
Basketball.
Yeah, you're more of a hoops guy, right?
Man, I enjoy the speed of hockey to a point, but I just don't understand it. I've not taken the time to try to learn the game.
Yeah.
I hear that it's a great spectator sport live, and it is awfully action packed, and there's a lot of physicality and a lot of skill, and I get all that, but I do understand the game of basketball at a lot higher level than I do hockey. And you know what? This stuff, the chippiness is kind of getting a little interesting to me with the Golden State and Ja Morant and all the lip service that's going on over there. So it does provide some. It definitely provides some entertainment.
Ja Morant is a bad man. I don't know if it's smart to chirp at Steph Curry after a game because Curry might go off for 45 tomorrow, but I still love it. I like it. I'm into it. It adds to it. So
if Curry goes off for 45, he'll still be 2 behind Morant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
a good point.
Ja Morant he's a lot. I mean, that cat's a lot of fun to watch. And again, it's so funny. I heard Steve Kerr's comments about dirty play and whatever. But apparently, Draymond Green forgets how dirty he's been. And I heard his presser about him making $25 million a year. He didn't feel like this fine was going to hurt him a whole lot. He'll just go do an appearance to make up that money. It's almost like a mockumentary of athletics when you watch these guys because the $50,000 means nothing.
Yeah. Drop in the bucket. All right, let's get some of these questions from Mully before we let him go.
Yeah, sure.
All right, first one, Mully. We've been asking these to our baseball players on the Players Lounge on Mondays, and I've been sprinkling in a few for other guests. So, real quick, Mully, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Wow.
What? How?
Explain.
Between 2 pieces of bread.
It is not. There's a bun is 1 piece of bread.
Who asked the question?
Redbeard on Twitter.
Well, I mean, this was like my opinion.
Okay.
And quite frankly, I separate the little area between that holds the buns together. I like to separate those so I can get more stuff in there.
I guess in that case, if you got 2 pieces of bread, do you eat it like? All right. Anyway, Molly says yes.
Well, and look, we've all been to the point where we're kind of lacking in the fridge. So maybe you take a hot dog out, cut it up into pieces, throw it in the frying pan for a minute, slap it on a little loaf bread, and have at it. Maybe a little cheese, mayonnaise.
Whatever you got, empty the fridge on that bad boy.
You got to make it work.
Mully, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
I'd be a lion.
Okay. You and Jeff Charles and Troy D. roaming the jungle.
Wow.
That's a hell of a life right there.
That pack would be.
That pride, Mully, I believe is the term.
Pride. I'm sorry. You're correct.
This is a good one, Mully, from Mike. If you had to choose one dipping sauce to use on any food for the rest of your life, what would it be? So you can only get one condiment for the rest of your life. What would you choose?
I think I would go with versatility. Maybe kind of the utility player, the condiment world would have to be ranch.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It kind of suits anything.
Good answer. Mully, were you a sunflower seed guy when you were on the field?
I don't know if I should. Only if I didn't have any tobacco.
Right. And this, I am out of date on. Did you know that there's like 100 flavors of sunflower seeds now? It's crazy.
Yes, my sons are connoisseurs of David sunflower seeds.
Yeah. So the question was, what is your favorite sunflower seed flavor? Mine would be original. Do you have any crazy ones?
I do enjoy the barbecue.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Mully, what Olympic sport would you participate in?
Golf.
Easy answer. If you could sit front row at any sporting event, what event would you choose to attend?
Front row at any sporting event would probably be the College World Series.
Interesting.
You know what? Let me take that back. Probably front row. So I would say against the ropes would be the Masters.
All right.
Yeah.
Good call. Mully, if you could see any musician or band, alive or dead, perform live, what would you choose? Who would you choose to see? Ultimate concert.
Ultimate concert. Maybe maybe Journey.
Okay.
With Steve though.
In their prime with all the original members.
Yeah, why not? The thing would be, I'm not a big concert goer, but I do enjoy music, and I just think that would be like a sing along, like the whole time. You'd be singing the whole from the time it started. I mean, every song.
Yeah, play the hits. All right, Mully, final one. Do you believe in ghosts?
I believe that there's another. I could get really deep on that answer, so I'll go with yes. But I'm not. It's not like a. I believe in ghosts, like
Casper.
Oh no, I'm 100% believe in Casper.
Okay, you've seen them, I guess. Have you ever experienced anything kind of paranormal?
Yeah, but we don't necessarily want to get into it on the air.
What? Okay. And now I am. All right. Well, when are you going to Hey, go to AJ's tonight. Now, I want to ask you about this off air.
Is it trivia night?
Trivia
Yes,
night.
sir.
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Well,
I'll be there at 6:30.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll swing in. I've got a 5:30 meeting, and maybe I can come see you for a minute.
Please do.
All right. Ghost stories with Mully off air. Mully, great stuff. Thanks for joining us today, man.
Always good, guys.
Appreciate it. There is Mike Mullis with some shocking answers there joining us today here on Pirate Radio Live.
You can't tell a ghost story on live radio?
What happened to
I cannot
Mully?
wait to hear this story.
Mully is such a... how do you even describe Mully? He's just like a man's man, like a normal... He's just a dude. He's a dude.
He's very laid back.
Yeah. But to hear him...
He makes it seem like not a lot of things get to him.
Yeah.
He does get riled up about things.
And I don't want to say he's simple, because he's a very intelligent guy.
But he'll get riled up about things, but he keeps that laid back mentality, that laid back way of himself. I don't know.
That ghost thing shook me a little bit.
But you know what? Mully is he just reminds me of all the baseball coaches that I grew up seeing.
All into one?
Because I never did travel ball. I did little league, middle school, high school. My brother was the travel ball baseball player, and all the coaches that he had, it just, I could just see if Mully was to walk in here, it was my first time seeing him, I would, that guy knows baseball.
He's a baseball coach.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff there with Mike Mullis. We'll take a timeout, come back. Scooter joins us next. Scott Rogers. We'll talk some Pirate baseball when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
Everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. But the good news is, we're getting vehicles from the factory every single week. So what the customer can do is come in, get an appraisal on their trade-in if they have one. They can pick a vehicle that's incoming and actually kind of build it how they want. And then when it gets here in the next 6 to 8 weeks, they're actually taking delivery of a new vehicle.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
The Inner Banks Home Builders Association presents Home and Garden Expo 2022. Now is your chance to be a part of it. Have a booth or be a sponsor of this new and improved, exciting event to be held Saturday, June 4th at Minges Coliseum in Greenville. Indoor and outdoor exhibit space is available to accommodate everyone. For more information or to sign up today, please visit the Inner Banks Home Builders Association website at ibxhba.org. That's ibxhba.org.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Pepper, oh no they didn't! Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen!
Hey Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is only $13.99 and is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations. In Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
This is Stephen Igoe. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free. Sure, your choice. Really? Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Flip Rock.
All right, looking forward to a fun night tonight. AJ McMurphy Sports Trivia. We'll be watching the Hurricanes as they play Game 2 against the Bruins, up 1-0 in that series. Steve Hill says a great Mother's Day gift would be taking your wife to Sports Trivia.
You know, Hugh?
Yeah.
You damn right.
I strong disagree on that. We invite all sexes and races.
Oh, wait a minute. So you don't want women at Sports
I didn't say I wanted. I think they would not enjoy their time.
Of all the gifts you could get your mother for Mother's Day, that is certainly one of them.
That is
kind of like day baseball. Like, what could be better a Mother's Day gift to a baseball game during the day?
Is Ellerby actively ignoring the fact that there are conference championship NCAA basketball games in the middle of the day? Are we just going to ignore that? How could
How could day baseball be the
that's not as good as day baseball. Like what we're doing right now.
He was shocked when I disagreed with him.
He said, "Really?"
All right, anyway.
He's floored.
Scooter likes some day baseball. Scott Rogers joins us on the Pirate Radio live line. Scooter, how you doing today, man?
Doing good, Cliff. How about you?
Doing great. Scott, a rare Tuesday night off for you last night. What'd you do?
I studied for my final exam today.
I knew it was going to be one of two things, either school-related work or Elm Street doing more baseball. So it was option A there.
It was a mix of both last night. We had a little bit of a late night down here last night with the rain that came through, and hopefully we can hold off the rain today so we don't have to play any makeup games on Mother's Day this year.
All right, there you go, 10-4. Scott Rogers joining us. Scooter, just like the baseball Pirates on the team, ready to get done with exams and just focus purely on baseball. And it'll be a road trip to Memphis this weekend. Before we get there, how about the sweep against Cincinnati, Scott? We projected a lot of runs, and we were right on Friday. But, man, credit to the Pirate pitching Saturday and Sunday for holding those Cincinnati bats down.
Yes, Pirate pitching did great all weekend, and obviously Friday night, a little bit of a run scored by both teams. But overall, it was a very fun series to watch, even if you were just a baseball fan watching that series. And obviously Friday night, a lot of offense in that one, lots of comebacks in that game with Cincinnati up to the big lead right out of the gate in that top of the first. And then you go to Saturday, and the way C.J. Mayhew was on the mound for the Pirates. And then Sunday as well. It started off a little slow in terms of game time, but turned into another great game, and glad the Pirates were able to come out with the sweep and hopefully get another sweep this weekend against Memphis.
You'd love to see just sustained dominance by the pitchers all year, Scooter, but the way it goes, you're going to have different heroes night in, night out, and I guess I could break it down like this. Friday, Spivey was your hero on the mound. Saturday, we'll give some credit for what Zach Agnos did, and then Sunday, Ben Terwilliger, and I might have got those days mixed up, but either way, Terwilliger coming in and closing it out, and then Agnos, what he was able to do on the mound. You have different guys step up, and that's huge for a baseball team.
Absolutely. Carter Spivey has done such a great job all season long, especially in recent weeks once conference play has started. He's at least top 5 in a lot of pitching categories in the American right now. And like you said, Zach Agnos, when he came in and kept that Pirate bullpen going, and for him to come out from the defensive side of the ball and just to have that weapon to come in from shortstop and get you some outs on the mound is so big, especially in conference play and heading into the postseason when you're going to need so many arms available. And then also Ben Terwilliger. He did it up at Cincinnati earlier in the year, and he did it again down here, but Ben has been really good against Cincinnati this year, and he's been good all season long. But when he got up to the plate during that game, I really he would get another jack, because that ball he hit up at Cincinnati earlier in the year was very close to being out of here, and he's obviously got a big frame at the plate. So it was cool to see him get a plate appearance as well.
He is a big fella and fun to watch on the mound and at bat as well. And, yeah, I thought he was going to get a hold of one there late in the game, but did not happen. Pirates sweep Cincinnati. Now it's on to Memphis. Scooter, have you looked ahead at the Tigers at all? What do you expect this weekend?
Memphis is a club sitting around 500 right now, a team that struggled at the beginning of the season and have been playing decent since conference play started. They've picked up some wins in conference play. Last night they walked it off against Tennessee Martin with a hit-by-pitch walk-off in that one. Won 11-10. Last night it was a game that had 27 hits in it. But this is a Memphis team obviously going to be playing hard down the stretch with Darren Schoenrock in his last season at the helm of the Memphis Tigers. But as always, you can't ever let your guard down no matter what the team is. And obviously it's going to be a hungry Memphis team welcoming in the Pirates this weekend. And obviously the Pirates still have a lot to play for, and a sweep this weekend could be very huge for the Pirates going forward.
Scott, as you break it down, you look at what's going on across the landscape of college baseball, where, in your opinion, does ECU sit right now as far as an at-large? Still 3 series to go, 1 on the road, 2 at home, and you've got your conference tournament where you can pile up some wins there as well. Do you think East Carolina, as we sit here now, is still alive for an at-large?
Absolutely they are. Talking with Coach O throughout the season, especially where our RPI is right now. The Pirates can keep winning games, and that's the big thing, is just keep winning games, piling up those wins. and especially getting a possible regular season title at the end of the year would be big for their resume. But like you said, too, throwing in that conference tournament as well, that's going to be big as well in terms of RPI. But where they're at right now in the high 50s, and with the amount of games they got left to go, this is definitely a club that is going to be on the cusp of an at-large bid. And hopefully, you don't have to worry about an at-large bid. Hopefully, you can go down to Clearwater and win the conference tournament and not have to worry about it.
Scooter, Scott Rogers joining us on the Pirate Radio live line. Scott, what do you want to do outside of baseball in Memphis? You got any plans?
I don't have any plans right now, but hopefully we can get out and see the city a little bit. Obviously, got to get some ribs while we're there. Check out some places. I would love to get by Graceland if we have the chance. Not sure exactly where we're staying or how far away it is, but that would be probably at the top of the list in terms of seeing things while we're in Memphis.
All right, let me. You got any questions for Scooter?
No, I'm ready to hear his answers on these questions.
I'm gonna go to the sheet real quick and pull up some.
Okay.
Scott, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Oh my goodness. Probably a pine tree.
All right, fair enough. Any reason for that, or it just came to mind?
It was the first one that came to mind, honestly.
Okay. Are you you're out of the ballpark constantly? Are you a sunflower seeds guy?
I am a sunflower seeds guy.
What's your favorite flavor?
Just original.
Yep.
My favorite.
That's what I go with. What do you want to ask him from this sheet?
You're in your first. Let's see. You're in your first year as the EC play-by-play voice. Do you have a favorite Coach Godwin moment this year?
Favorite Coach Godwin moment. I don't know if I really have one right now, but obviously just being able to get to know him and hanging out with him, obviously during these road trips has been pretty cool. Not only from a fan's perspective, but just growing up and being around East Carolina baseball for so many years and being right into it right now has been awesome this year.
Scooter, how do you enjoy, or is it difficult? Do you like doing play-by-play for an ejection like we saw the other day?
It's definitely interesting to do, but you just try to describe what you see, and you obviously don't say what you think maybe the coach said to the umpire, but it's definitely interesting to describe an ejection, especially on the radio.
Scott, do aliens exist?
Ooh, I'm going to go with, I'm not going to say exactly aliens, but I'm going to say there's something out there. I'll go with that.
That's kind of my answer. Aliens, as we see them on television, the green, skinny things, probably not, but there's definitely something out there. We just don't know what it looks like. All right, I'm good. You good?
Were you a big amusement park fan? What was your favorite roller coaster, if so?
I don't do roller coasters. Mm-mm. I'll do a Ferris wheel, but I ain't doing no roller coaster.
All right, the Ferris wheel.
What about a tilt-a-whirl?
Ferris wheel's my biggest roller coaster I'll ever go on.
We had a lot of tilt-a-whirl rides going the other day with Bryson hitting dingers.
Yes, we did. Hopefully that tilt-a-whirl can keep going as the season goes along.
Scooter, appreciate your time as always, man. Have a good trip to Memphis. We'll talk to you when you get back.
All righty. Thank you, Cliff.
Thanks, man. There's Scott Rogers joining us, play-by-play voice of ECU baseball. We'll be on the call coming up this weekend as the Pirates take on the Memphis Tigers.
Yep, need a sweep. Another back-to-back sweeps for the Pirates would be huge as we get down to the home stretch of the regular season and head to Clearwater.
Braves win.
Braves win. Braves win. Braves win.
Knocking off the Mets today. 9-2, I believe that final. Mets hit a solo shot in the final inning. 9-2. Braves a winner there. And keep you up to date on what's going on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Up.
Dub Up.
I like when there is a logo with a letter on one side, a logo with a letter on the other side, and then it's 0 to 0 because it spells a word.
Pood.
That's right. Pood. Pittsburgh and Detroit are scoreless.
Pood.
And that is a very appropriate word when we talk about those two teams. Do we not agree?
Tabuas.
All right, CJ, what?
Tabuas.
What score update is Chandler giving when he says
Tabuas?
This is a new game.
Tabuas.
Tabua.
Can you use it in a sentence? The
you?
Tabuas.
Huh?
What sport is this?
Baseball. We're giving baseball scores. Tabuas.
So there's a logo on the left side and a logo on the right side. In between, the score is 0-0. And it spells, so like Pittsburgh, was it Pittsburgh and Detroit spelled pood?
Pood.
What is Tabuas?
Why are there so many letters?
That's a lot
is
of
one
letters.
on Tampa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
TB. Taboo.
Tabuas.
Oakland A's.
Yes. Way to go.
We're only going to give 0-0
Way to
scores.
go.
This needs to be a round of trivia.
Coming up later tonight, you got Toop facing off.
Toop.
Yep, that'll be a good one. And
Aub. What about Aub?
This is what people tune into the show for.
Of course, we're talking about Texas Rangers and Philly.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And
of course.
Aub was the Angels at Boston.
Oh, duh.
Later tonight. Oh, here we go.
Wooger.
No, Wooker.
They're Wookiees. Happy
Well, okay,
May 4th, guys.
say it again, please.
Wooker. I'm sorry.
Washington.
Yes. At Cruh. Ty.
Oh, Colorado Rockies.
That is correct.
And here's the last one.
I was thinking I was thinking with a K.
What about coming up late tonight? Saduq.
San Diego.
San Diego and somebody. Kansas City.
So stupid.
Kansas City.
Saduq, of course, is San Diego at Cleveland. Little interleague action.
And of course, Safula.
I thought you said we were done.
Safula.
Giants, Dodgers.
Yes.
And now we're getting it. Well done.
This isn't fun.
All right, this has been your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update presented by
Dabu.
Nobody's leaving this segment any smarter than they started.
Nah.
Nobody knows any games.
Welcome to Hump Day, ladies and gentlemen.
But I just found something that I'm really into, and I'm going to start doing it with every sport. And I'm going to start looking at logos. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. More fun coming up at 5 o'clock when Stephen Igoe joins us with his brand new intro song.
Yes.
So that'll be fun. All right, we'll take a time out, come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
Hey Chandler, what are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Here today with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. Dr. Jones, a lot of exciting new things going on.
Yes, so you may have seen our new facility, but we also have a private courtyard. There's an outdoor private area where we have artificial turf where it's fenced in, and we're going to be having our sunset yoga classes there. Those classes allow you to develop increased flexibility, more energy, and get better sleep. So come on and check those classes out today. Come by and see us, Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, Arlington Boulevard, or check us out online at kptonline.com.
The furniture savings have never been better than right now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Red, White, and Used sale. Savings as high as 70% off clearance items, closeouts, and discontinued items, plus store-wide discounts on new and in-stock merchandise, plus 12 months special financing. We have the looks, the styles you want in stock. Sleep better and save on a quality mattress with 72 months special financing. This Memorial Day, it's all about the Red, White, and You at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. You can order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people, and they'll have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or takeout, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. We've got cool jobs, huh? What we do?
Yeah, I would say so. I enjoy coming to work every day.
Cool side gigs in well, all of our deals, doing PA. Heard Shirley over the weekend. Hosting sports trivia, great side gig to have. But maybe the coolest job is what these dudes do. What's the actor's name? Is it Jesse or Jamie Eisenberg?
Jesse.
Jesse's the actor?
Yes.
Okay, this guy is his cousin, Jamie Eisenberg. Dave Richmond and Heath Cummings, I think is the other guy's name. I've listened to their podcast for years. They talk about fantasy football, and they do it all year. And they're on CBS Sports HQ on a Wednesday, May the 4th, be with you. Talking about a fantasy football mock draft.
Do you know who would love that job?
C.W.
It's
Sloan.
a guy that we saw last week for his draft party, and the guy we'll see tonight, C.W. Sloan.
I mean, what a gig, because and I'm not taking anything away from them. They do the research. They know the numbers. They crunch everything, but they do mock drafts and they do real drafts, tell you who to draft, and they don't know what's going to happen. They can only project, and so they get 100 things wrong, but it doesn't matter. They still have their gig, and they get to talk about not football but fantasy football for an entire year.
And
I love it.
You know what a great job would be? And now I know it's probably a lot harder than people think when it comes to creativity, but you know how much you can make being a TikTok star? You know how much you can make just putting stuff on YouTube?
Yeah.
and the content.
I don't like to think about that stuff.
But it's crazy.
I know.
Like, that's their job. They go out and have fun. They put it on video and get millions of views, millions of likes.
Yeah.
And then, boom, they get millions of dollars.
Yep.
So, yeah. But like I said, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that I think is very hard.
Nah, not really.
I mean, that's why I've been telling you to learn to edit for years.
Yeah, well, I need
Telling
to.
who?
I've told Chandler that several times.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole key to everything. If you can learn to edit video, then you can make
some cool stuff.
But,
yeah, you can
but
make
the thing is that
I mean, I do.
Guys like Mr. Beast, they did that. They learned. Like, I've listened to a podcast with Mr. Beast. He sat down and basically taught himself through other videos of how to edit.
I mean,
and then he got so rich. He got so rich that he's basically got his own team that he doesn't even have to do it anymore.
I mean, what do you think I'm trying to do with y'all? It's the same concept.
Hey,
Are you?
we need to get. We need to.
Are you
we
a
need to
puppet
really-
master?
I am Mr. Least.
He is the mastermind. He is the mastermind.
Mr. Least.
Mr. Least.
Do some knockoff competitions.
I love it. I love it. That would be great.
That
Because
would
our
be
version
cool.
would be very low budget in comparison to what he does.
Today we're gonna ruin these cars, and then at the end, we're gonna ruin your car. In the end, they think you're gonna give them a new one, and you just walk off. All right, thanks. Great content.
Thanks, guys.
Wait,
have a good one.
Where's the new car?
Give them a Hot Wheels car.
I'm Mr. Least.
We give them a gift card to the anger management room.
Speaking of beating up cars, I went by there today. There is a new car
a new car
that you can beat the crap out of at Anger Management Rage Room. We'll have the Rage Room tomorrow coming up on Pirate Radio Live.
What were we talking about earlier today? Where somebody said, "Oh, it was Troy." I wonder if he was listening to Mully. He said he was about to rage if one of us thought a hot dog was a sandwich.
He was ready, dude. He was ready to pounce on
He was
somebody.
upset.
I said, "Hey, take it easy, brother. Hey, ease up, simmer down." He was ready to rage.
You said all those things too. Every last one of them.
I did, because he came in here like guns a-blazing.
Yeah. So we'll be raging tomorrow inside the Rage Room. What are we upset about in the world of sports and or life? By the way, we were going over some scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard earlier.
Like Pood and
Pood.
Safalua.
These are, if you read the scores as they're presented, like, oh, there's Podo. Because this one has logo score, and the Pirates and Tigers are still scoreless.
Hey, have you seen the score for Podo?
Steven said, I was planning on coming in, was on my way in, but I think I'll just turn around now. He was not amused by our scoreboard segment. Hey, Mr. Mature over there. Can't have fun.
Oh, Mr. Serious.
Well,
Mr. I'm a dad now. Mr. My 6-month-old baby can talk.
What kind of shoes are you wearing today?
Who are you talking to, Steven?
Igoe.
See,
he's got a mature
flip-flop.
All right then.
He's a flip-flop guy.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
Flip-flop, cool dad.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if Igoe sticks around for his whole segment, because we got a great intro.
Yes, we do.
Coming up. Just looks miserable.
God, he looks so mad.
What did I say when we made it? I said Steven is going to be so, what?
Mad?
Mad.
Yeah.
Is the word I used.
And it looks like he's already that way.
Because he's got no time for games. Because,
He's Mr. Serious.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back.
Mr. Serious.
Steven Igoe joins us. We got a lot to talk about. Pirate football had a player enter the portal. Mentioned it earlier. We'll talk more about Sean Tucker.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. And I told you I was excited because I love a depth chart. Great content on Hoist the Colors right now. Igoe projecting a post-spring depth chart for the offense. We'll see if there's any surprising names on that. Talk about that. And maybe some hoops as well. When we return, Pirate Radio Live, back with you on a Wednesday after this.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico, a huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $7.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, the Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has nationally certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live, hour number 3. We will make you a winner this hour. Open up the Pirate Radio Butte bag. The Redskins used to have a guy named Mark Butte. It's a cool name. Anyway, Stephen Igoe's here. We must protect this house. Under Armour shirt. What's up, Igoe?
What's up, guys? What's your favorite apparel brand to wear?
Pirate Radio.
Well, outside of Pirate Radio, I'm talking the big three: Under Armour, Nike, Adidas.
I was a big Under Armour dude.
I was never an Under Armour dude growing up because it wasn't really a thing when I was growing up. Now that I think about it, I would say Lifetime, certainly Nike. I've had the most of. Recently, Adidas.
I would rank Adidas last on my power rankings, but I do like their shoes.
I'm wearing Adidas shoes right now.
So am I.
But again, Lifetime overall, Nike by a pretty wide margin. They corrupted me as a youth into buying all their products.
Yeah, I like Under Armour's workout gear, but I hate their shoes. So everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses.
There you go.
Is that what you work out in?
No, this is just a t-shirt.
By the way, what are we doing? We need to properly introduce our guest, our friend from Hoist the Colors, Shirley. Let's hit it.
I go. I go. I go. I go. He's the one you know. I go. I go. I go. I go. I go. He's Big Boomer's bro. I go. I go. I go. I go.
All right, the number one account to follow when it comes to ECU football, according to Big Boomer, Stephen Igoe, the one you know.
Appreciate that, guys. That
Big
was,
Boomer's bro.
I know that took a lot of time and effort, so sure y'all spent all day in the studio.
It took us, I'd say, 2 to 3 cuts to get that done. Thanks to Shirley and Chandler for their support. Chandler with the
whose original idea was this?
Mine, I believe. Yeah.
I walked in and you was like, we should do this like with Igoe.
Yeah. And then Chandler did add we should do the...
I had to remember, I was like, at the beginning, doesn't one of them go, hi-ho?
Yeah.
So,
did that live up to the hype, Stephen?
It was better than the hype.
Sweet.
Wow.
Great.
Where to begin? I guess we need to begin with football because there's a couple of football-related topics I want to hit on. Sean Tucker. By the way, Igoe did a interview with Mike Houston last week. Mike Houston will join us Monday on Pirate Radio Live, so we'll have a lot of things to discuss with him. But you talked about a particular Pirate with him, Sean Tucker, and today Sean Tucker enters the transfer portal. But Igoe had some good quotes about that situation from his chat with Mike Houston, where Mike Houston said last week, quote, "We've challenged Sean Tucker. He's been in the program for multiple years. Time for him to push himself, to get in the mix a little bit. He's got to be more consistent with his work ethic, more consistent with his toughness, more consistent with a positive attitude." And apparently, Igoe, when you read that, it sounds like this could have been a mutual parting of the ways here, or maybe we're one-sided on ECU's end.
I think, yeah, I lean more towards... I don't know if it was a certain incident or what that led to him entering the portal, but clearly, I don't think he was meeting the expectations. And based on those comments, you can kind of take it as, and being out of spring practice, he was not running with the two deep. And
is that why you brought him up? You kind of didn't see where.
Well, I didn't even bring him up. We went through position by position.
Okay.
He was going through every guy, and he was mentioning the scholarship players, and he talked about Sean Tucker, and he talked about a couple of guys like that. Guys who have been in the program 2-3 years. Like at some point, you have to make that move where you go from maybe, I don't want to say immature, but you go from being a young guy who needs to mature to kind of a guy who shows up every day, puts the work in, put your head down. practice through some tough adversity. Make sure you're on top of the playbook. Just the little things that lead to success in this program, as we've seen with so many players. I compare him to a Demel Hickman, who Coach Houston and I have talked about multiple times earlier in his career when Coach Houston first got here. Probably a guy that you wouldn't envision maybe seeing the field a ton. Well, instead, he put his work down, spent some time on the scout team, or put his head down, spent some time on the scout team, worked his way up slowly, and now is in a position to earn a starting job potentially. So,
I don't know if Warren Saban was ever in a doghouse, but I remember his name coming up to where he turned into one of Coach Houston's favorite guys. And I don't know if it was that way in the beginning. Something kind of flipped with him.
Well, anytime you have a coaching change, there's going to be that transition period, and guys can go one of two ways. So I think it took some time for a number of those guys to fully buy in. But, Tucker was a Coach Houston recruit. He came in with the 2020 class. So
really highly touted, too.
Yeah, he was highly recruited, good athlete, pretty long for a cornerback, and, pretty fast. He just, when I was out there, never seemed to be, on top of things as far as busting his tail, doing the little things that, to me, make the difference in a Mike Houston-led program when you're competing with so many guys at the same position.
Kind of concerning when you see that with the loss to Jaquan McMillan, who we'll talk about, landing with your Broncos, and you had Nolan Johnson enter the portal, right? So,
yeah,
DB's kind of down here, so I guess we'll get to your defensive depth chart another time whenever you put that out. But as of right now, Stephen, how are the Pirates looking there? And is that something they may add on before we get to the first game against NC State?
I think you'll see at least one corner, if not two, added. You also have a situation where you got some preferred walk-ons who are already realistically ahead of guys like Tucker, Chalmers, and some other guys who have entered the portal. They could be placed on scholarships. So, this coaching staff has shown that they're not afraid to give a guy who's a preferred walk-on and does things the right way and earns their way a scholarship. Like Kerry King got a scholarship as a preferred walk-on. He might have a chance to start this fall depending on what happens. So I think, you're a little concerned on the numbers. I do expect, they're actually having a DB visit this weekend, which we've reported on Hoist the Colors. I could see him being a take, and then you maybe have another guy. And so... But you feel pretty good with Malik Fleming coming back. Juwan Powell's been shifted to corner. We know
What's
he's got
his
talent.
health deal?
He'll be back for fall camp. So he missed the end of spring. Had to get a procedure done, but he should be back for fall. Isaiah Brown-Murray is a true freshman who came in and did pretty well in spring practice. You got Siobhan Ravel, a JUCO kid, coming in this summer. We mentioned Demel Hickman as a guy. So, it's not like you're barren at that spot, but you do want to upgrade the depth if possible.
All right, great article on Hoist the Colors where Igoe goes into detail about his projected ECU post-spring depth chart on the offensive side of the ball. We won't get into all the details, but we'll run over a few of these. And no surprises at quarterback or running back. I think we can skip over those, right, Steven?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, thank you. Outside receiver, if you hadn't been paying attention and you stopped watching and following Pirate football last November,
you would not recognize basically any names on this list.
Well, you got Josiah Hatfield. You've heard of Tajee Hudson at this point. I'm an Andre Pegues fan, so I know who that is, and he's down on the list. And you might know the name Ray Rose just from him coming in. But at the top of that depth chart, you've got Isaiah Winstead, the transfer.
Yeah, I just see him as a guy who's going to come in and start immediately. Clearly he's got to come in and earn that right, but I think talent-wise, size-wise, he's going to be your best receiver from day one. I mentioned in the little blurb there, we don't know what C.J. Johnson, if he'll be back or not, so I did not include him on the depth chart. If he's back, then clearly he's going to be in that mix too, but I expect all the transfers to be right at the top there.
Jalen Johnson, another name, and you hope these guys are DJ Fords, and not necessarily performance-wise, but being able to mix in with the guys that are already in the locker room, being able to adjust and really fit in from day one. Mike Houston talked about DJ Ford immediately as great guy. He's one of us now. But
a leader.
Not all these transfers are that way, Igoe.
Yeah, and realistically, what are they bringing in right now? Double-digit transfers. They're not going to hit on all of them. I can go ahead and tell you that right now. Obviously you hope so, but I think you more or less flip a coin in many cases. Now, the thing I do like about Isaiah Winstead and also Jarrett Garner from Duke is you have familiarity with both those guys. Raekwon Boyette is Coach Garner, so he knows the type of player he's getting. Latrell Scott is Coach Winstead, so he knows the type of player he's getting. Jalen Johnson was here for spring ball, so I think you mitigate that to an extent with that position group. And let's be real, they got to hit on at least one or two of those guys. Otherwise, the receiver position is going to be in pretty big trouble.
There's a giant void left by Tyler Snead at the inside receiver position, and a guy that was the spring darling in 2021, Kerry King, is at the top of the list right now, Stephen.
Yeah, I think he's still got some things to prove, but I like what I saw in the spring. I mean, he can move around a little bit, but I think his profile fits better with slot. The one guy that I projected at the top going in the spring was Maceo Donald, but he basically missed the entire spring. The good thing about Maceo is even if he doesn't practice like he did this spring, he's a guy who's been in the program now 4 years. He knows the offense. Like, the coach just completely trusts him to go in there, run the right routes, do the right assignments, catch the football. Kerry's probably a little bit more explosive, gives you some big playability, but I think Maceo is kind of a safety net, so to speak, there.
Tyler Savage on this list. Also, is it Jari
Patterson.
Yeah, he's a transfer.
Yeah, second year in the program from Marshall. We're just kind of waiting to see how is he going to develop. He's another guy that has some things to prove. And, the slot is going to be an interesting position because I think you'll see Ryan Jones and Shane Calhoun utilized there a lot as tight ends. If CJ makes it back, I heard that he was getting some work in the slot early in the offseason, kind of to give him some better matchups, so he could be another candidate there. Hatfield can move into the slot. I mean, you got so many guys who can move around. Savage is kind of playing that hybrid tight end.
Throw Keaton Mitchell out there.
Keaton Mitchell, you can mess with him. I don't know if you want to mess with him so much, but you just have a lot of options there, whereas in the past you knew that Tyler Snead was going to be lining up there 99% of the time, which was a good thing in terms of production, but now you can almost mix and match so many personnel packages, drive a defense a little crazy.
I'll call the running back room the most talented room on offense. Tight ends might be a close second, Stephen, with Ryan Jones, Shane Calhoun, Aaron Jarman, D'Angelo McKinney. You just mentioned that we could see a lot of them, especially Jones, right off the line, lined up in the slot. So, but man, they have built up that room, and it's looking impressive right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're a legitimate 3 deep for sure, and I think they expect McKinney to be a blocking tight end, so 4 deep. And then we mentioned Savage, kind of like when I was out of practice, he would take some blocking drills there and switch back and forth between the receivers. So Savage is almost basically like a 5th tight end just in terms of numbers. But yeah, I mean that. You had Jeremy Lewis when you got here. If you were Coach Houston, and you had Anthony Watley, who at that point couldn't really catch. I think he had a broken hand or something, and he never really panned out. So it's night and day. I mean, you got 2, to me, guys who could potentially play at the next level. Ryan Jones for sure, and then we'll see if Calhoun continues to develop. But I think both those guys are all conference caliber tight ends.
Robert Matthews chiming in on Facebook Live says Lampley's going to be a beast. I know Jim Lampley, boxing announcer. Who is Lampley? Did I miss that?
If you read hoistthecolors.net yesterday, there was an article on J.D. Lampley, freshman defensive tackle.
All right.
It's going to be a beast.
Going to be a beast. Just like
Coach Houston had a great
Travion Freshwater.
I'll pull it up here in a second if you keep
He didn't say he was a rocked up guy, did he?
He did not say he was rocked up like Rick DeBrew, but he did call him a joker. That joker.
He's a joker.
He's a joker.
That's high praise, right?
Yeah. That means that Coach Houston's happy to talk about somebody when he's like, that joker.
That joker. He's a joker now.
Like man, it's crazy to think Dave Nichols no longer with us, but how he would call the good players dudes. That guy's a dude. That guy's that joker. I like that. That's a good word.
So Mike Houston said, I asked, is there a chance he could play as a freshman, despite coming into the deep room? Quote, there's no doubt that joker is strong as all get out. He can play with leverage. He has a great motor, and he's as tough as they come. I don't think you could be more pleased with this spring.
All right, time to get excited about J.D. Lampley. That joker is a beast. All right, left tackle. I hadn't looked at this offensive line yet, so while I go through it, I want to see some depth, Igoe. And when I look at left tackle, we don't have any all-world NFL first-round draft pick guys, but I think you've got 3 here. If healthy, you feel comfortable in a game, right? You've got Stribling or look at Igoe putting oars on his depth chart.
I mean,
the new trend. Well, it's not new, but
we're in May. We can't be handing out starting locks unless you've earned them.
All right.
Come on now.
We got an or,
and it's in bold.
And another reason there's an or, Bailey Malovic. We don't. What is his health?
Yeah, I mean, both those guys behind Walt Stribling, Bailey Malovic, and Rob Vanderlyn are coming off injuries. Bailey Malovic has actually played more right tackle in the past, but I think with Noah Henderson kind of solidifying that spot, I think they would more than likely switch him to left tackle. Now, again, a lot of this is projecting what I think, but
yeah.
I think Stribling ran with the number ones a lot this spring, which kind of surprised me, ahead of West Virginia transfer Parker Moore, who started at left tackle and then finished back at right tackle to end the spring. So you have multiple guys here. You know, Malovic can play right or left. Moore can play right or left. Stribling can probably play either. Vanderlyn can probably play either. Noah's mainly been at right, so you probably leave him there. And then I think that it makes sense to move Malovic to left potentially.
All right, left guard. I know one of these names, Nashad Strother. Who are Ben Johnson and Richard Pierce?
Ben Johnson is the grad transfer coming in from Marist. I expect that battle to come down to Strother and Ben Johnson. Richard Pierce, strong as an ox, redshirt freshman. I think he'll be a guy in time.
Center, Avery Jones returning. Keziah Everett, Mount Everett, came in as a defensive tackle from Farmville Central. Now, it's amazing to think he's still listed as a sophomore. Seems like that was ages ago we've been talking about him. And then Ethan Lang is a true freshman.
Yeah, Ethan Lang, true freshman from IMG Academy. Again, another position there where Avery is your unquestioned starter. And then it's just who's going to be the backup. And I don't know if Keziah Everett will be the top backup, but in terms of the depth chart, if you kind of spread it out, you know, he makes sense there. He worked there in the spring, work on the snap, and still got to continue to refine that. But I think Isaiah Foote, Ben Johnson, either of those guys can step in and snap the football as backup guards and centers. You know, whoever ends up being probably your top backup interior lineman will probably serve as your backup center if he can snap the football in case of Jones going out.
All right, looking at another guard position. Who is Justin Redd?
He is the transfer, All-American transfer from Norfolk State.
Okay, and you expect him to come in and play right away?
Yeah, I mean, if he comes in, and him and Isaiah Winstead are similar to me in that they are two guys who are pretty proven for their level, motivated, and have a chance to make an impact.
I was going to say.
I was literally about to say, because we were getting to his name, and I was going to say our Maryland guy, Scott, has been talking about Isaiah Foote for years now. And 1 minute ago on Facebook Live, he says, how about Foote?
Foote, I tell you what, if it wasn't for Justin Redd, I would have Isaiah Foote as the starting right guard. I mean, he's had a tremendous offseason. He ran with basically the ones all year long in the spring, all spring long. And so, you know, I wouldn't rule it out that Isaiah Foote beats out Redd, but I just think you're bringing in a senior All-American from the FCS level. You expect him to start. Now, Steve St. Clair has shown he's not going to be afraid to rotate linemen. So I expect Isaiah Foote to play this year. And like I said earlier, he could play center if needed.
And Foote's only listed as a sophomore, too. So
he's a guy that I think both those backup guards, Foote and Jacob Sacra, have a bright future.
All right, and a healthy Noah Henderson at tackle this year?
He's had a good spring.
Protecting Holton's blind side?
Yeah, I think, again, you're going to see his reps limited somewhat, but I think Noah Henderson is your starting right tackle. He had a really good spring. Parker Moore, he started 10 games at West Virginia. I mean, if he's your backup right tackle going into the season, you feel pretty good if you have essentially a backup Big 12 starter as your number one reserve tackle.
Are we really sitting here in May, Igoe, and saying, and it still could be an O-line position, but like the biggest concern for ECU's offense is the receiver room?
Yes.
I mean, that's what I think. What, if any,
in terms of
position do you think will be addressed, maybe some additions before we get to September? Because we talked about corners going to be one. Yeah, on offense.
You know, running back, I could see them adding maybe a backup running back because, you know, just talking with Coach Houston, sounds like they're really challenging Pop McKay to take that next step. He's another guy, second year in the program. Like, the third spot is yours if you go out and earn it.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't prove or, if he doesn't earn the coach's trust, then who is your number 3 option?
And you definitely need 3, especially how much they use the top 2.
Yeah, you only have 2 true freshmen behind Pop, so I could see them adding a older guy, kind of like they did last year with Lorenzo Dorr, even though he never ended up playing because Keaton Mitchell and Rajay Harris stayed healthy. But realistically, you got to be pretty lucky to keep 2 backs healthy all year. So you can't really bank on that, and I think that's why I like this coaching staff is that they don't just say, hey, we got our top 2 guys at this position, we're good. Like, they're going to add quality depth. They want to be 3 and 4 deep across the board.
I love a depth chart. Igoe, great article. If you want to go read in detail what he had to say about the position groups and the players, you can do that at hoistthecolors.net. Next week, defense?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'll wait till next week. Let's do it tomorrow. And we'll recap that with Igoe when he joins us next Wednesday. Shirley, let's take a break. We'll come back a little bit more with Stephen Igoe. We'll look around ECU hoops and Pirate baseball and what's going on in professional sports. I think the Mariners were already losing today, so I didn't turn. Should I turn that game on? Are you good? They lost 7-2. All right. Take a timeout. Come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
Everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your number 1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling take a beating. Guarantee your system is ready when you need it. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Delcor, the service professionals.
Have you stopped doing your favorite activity due to chronic aches and pains? Let Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab help. They provide regenerative injection therapy that can help with osteoarthritis, joint pain, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab will help you get back into the groove. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab, 2245 Stantonsburg Road, across from the hospital. Call 215-9294 for an appointment today. The celebration is on. Save the date for Saturday, May 14th, as the town of Farmville celebrates 150 years with a Black Tie Gala from 7 to 11 p.m. Music will be provided by the Raheem Walker Project, and dinner will be served. Tickets are $75 per person or $650 for a reserved table for 8. All proceeds benefit the Farmville Chamber of Commerce, and to purchase tickets, call 753-4671. Save the date and enjoy a night out on the town at the Farmville Black Tie Gala, Saturday, May 14th.
Hey, Troy here with my buddy Cam from Tailgate Classics, the only vintage store here in Greenville selling all types of cool stuff. Cam, you got something new for folks too that just hit.
Yes, sir. If you guys have had some good times back in the 90s at some of your favorite places like Grog's, The Elbow, and tons of other old businesses, we're doing a retro line of t-shirts that are available now.
Fantastic. So if you enjoyed hanging out at those places, now you can wear the gear. How can folks find you online too?
That's shoptailgateclassics.com or come see us in person at 304 Evans Street.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3,
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, they are creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
What are you talking about?
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Hour 3 will make you a winner following this segment. And here on the show, we have winners, we have losers, we have no ties.
Tie?
No ties.
Tie? Hi.
Tie? I'm glad we brought that back. I'm glad somebody remembered. Was that you, CJ? Look at CJ.
Tie?
Look
Tie?
Why can't you be more like CJ?
Tie?
Hi. Tie?
Tie?
What do I need to do to be more like CJ?
Come up with great ideas, add to the show.
Oh, like I haven't done that before?
I just like to challenge, guys, make y'all both better. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you want to try to start a war between us?
I just told you why, to make you better.
I don't
Chandler,
know that.
You're great. I love you.
I love you too.
And that.
This guy.
I want y'all to get along too. Steven, how are you doing over there?
I thought you were leaving.
No, he does 2 segments. He used to do 2 days a week. Now he's down to 2 segments a week.
All right, whatever.
I take what I can get with Igoe. He's a great guest.
He's a great kid.
Packs the knowledge.
You are the best media personality for East Carolina athletics, and I hate that you didn't get the recognition you deserve.
Now that's humbling.
Are you you passing the crown?
Yes.
Pass it
In
this way.
fact, I'm going to come up with a Big Game Boomer knockoff account and just start tweeting out like the complete opposite of whatever they do.
It really is genius, whoever came up with this, because it's not who you put on your list. It's who you leave off the list to get everybody talking about it. It's a genius thing that they have done. It is the most meaningless thing in the world, but
it's crappy graphics.
Yeah, your title means nothing.
It doesn't. That's why
to create content, to create attention and people talking, it really is a fantastic idea. In fact, I've thought about doing it with Pirate Radio and just like tomorrow we could do this. We could put out on our Pirate Radio account top 10 ECU football players of all time. Jeff Blake, David Garrard, Dwayne Harris, Justin Hardy, Zay Jones. But it would get a lot of attention because people would say, oh, where's so-and-so? Why do y'all hate this guy?
Right.
You screwed this guy over. So it would be fantastic content. I just think it's boring. It's like, I don't know.
I mean, it's incredibly dumb, like the 50 loudest stadiums ever in college football history, and it had
What do they know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
it is a it's nothing.
Akron up
These
there.
guys don't even know you.
I've never even spoken to them. The only time I tweet about them is how dumb they are. So.
I know. I did as well, and I got on
That
one of the
guy's
lists.
the best.
Yeah.
That guy's the best at East Carolina.
Although I would agree with Big Game Boomer. Did it say best football or athletics?
I think it's the best media for each school, media personality for each school.
They're not wrong with ECU.
A couple months ago, the Big Game Boomer account tweeted like the best account to follow for every FBS team. I didn't know the one that they tagged for ECU, so I looked him up. His header was a picture of Tennessee football.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a surprise.
Yeah. So, and probably Duke or Carolina basketball. So anyway.
Big Yankees fan too.
I'm the best ECU basketball follow.
You should start tweeting that out yourself. The best AAC basketball media personalities to follow.
I'm gonna put that in my bio. Self-proclaimed best basketball follow. And
But I just want to know if they're monetizing or this opportunity or what are they doing?
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of end goal with this.
How did it get started? Like it just kind of came out of thin air.
I think they were just an Oklahoma blog, and then they just started tweeting about stupid college football stuff, and now everybody and then it's also the deal where like if you're a coach and they include you on your list, then you retweet it because they're for recruiting purposes.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
best entrance in college football, ECU. You know.
So pardon my take.
Best 25 seconds in college football.
Pardon My Take is a podcast, and it's owned by Barstool, but it's Big Cat and PFT Commenter, and it is a sports show, but it is a joke show also. And they did draft grades, and they do it like you should do it. They make a complete joke out of it.
Right.
They gave the Jaguars an A+.
I saw they give everybody an A+ or an F. Right? There was like no in between.
And the Jaguars today tweeted out a graphic that they made of their draft grades and included
Oh my God, no
Barstool
way.
Sports A+.
Love it.
Draft grades. Report cards are in. NFL.com, CBS Sports, Complex Sports, Bleacher Report, NFL Game Day, Barstool Sports.
A+.
Barstool's at the top is A+. And it was a complete gag. But
my
it's like
God.
it's something you can use, I guess.
Yes.
Look at us.
What
That
is
is
our
so
world
stupid.
come to, man? It's just like
Yeah. No substance.
yeah.
All style, all hype,
I
no
mean-
substance.
Big Game Boomer, A+.
Hashtag BGB boy.
Well, you can add it to your resume, Igo. Congratulations on
I've
that.
been waiting on that.
Can we hear the song one more time before Igo goes?
Yes. But not in the middle of this segment.
No, like before he goes.
Yes.
Igo.
Yeah, let's hear it right now.
Igo. 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 He's the one you know. Igo. He's Big Boomer's bro. Igo.
You know what we should do? We should make it longer every week.
Yeah.
I add one line a week. And we'll just keep going until Steven really decides to walk out.
We'll keep going until it takes up his whole segment.
Y'all are too lazy to do that.
All right.
Challenge y'all right now.
We're doing it. One line a week.
Y'all might do it for like 3 weeks and y'all forget.
By football season, it like will be the whole hour.
That's fine by me. Less talking.
All right, we got to remember to do this, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to jot down something. Everybody keep a note. CJ, Shirley, please remind me to do this next week.
Y'all are definitely forgetting.
I know. That's what I'm scared of. It's not about doing it because we can keep coming up. We just gotta, and we gotta find things that rhyme with Igo, which there's plenty of things that rhyme with go. So I think we should be able to do it for another year or so and get this thing
I
rolling.
hope you're in for the long haul.
That's right. Can't wait.
Got nowhere to be.
Can't wait to see you at the Pirate Radio party. Gonna be fun this year.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you there.
I'm really excited about going.
You gonna be there?
Yeah, nothing else going on that night.
Cool.
Except a concert in Charlotte.
What? Who are you gonna go see instead of hanging out with your best friends at Pirate Radio?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers. What's your favorite?
The best media outlet or personality at East Carolina is not going to be at the Pirate Radio kickoff party. Hey, take note of that, big game boomer.
What's your favorite RHCP song?
RHCP.
Sounds like
God, I love Give It Away, but I can't. Probably Under the Bridge, just for how classic it is.
Yeah.
I mean, same album, but I don't know. I just love Under the Bridge.
You know how you connect songs to moments in time?
Mm-hmm.
So Under the Bridge came out. I went to a Braves game. My grandparents' neighbors were also Braves fans, had family in southern South Carolina. And I went with them to stay with them in South Carolina and then eventually go see the Braves play the Padres when they had Gary Sheffield and Fred McGriff. This was like early 90s. And they had a granddaughter or niece named Ellen who was, I think, in college. And I was riding in her car and she had, it was either on the radio all the time or cassette tape, but I just remember her playing it on repeat.
That is a cool.
Does anybody really care?
Does anyone really care?
Does anyone really care?
Oh man! And I saw the Braves play the Dodgers and the Padres.
I was hoping like there would be a good delivery with that, but
there's not. It's not a good story.
We listened to the song in her car.
That's it.
You acted like it was a great moment in time.
It took you a long time to get to Ellen.
Was Ellen really hot or something? Or
No, she was not that attractive from what I remember. And at that age, I don't know if I looked at females in that way. I got a new celebrity crush to tell Zach Ryder Giles about though.
Who?
The girl in Ted Lasso.
Who is it? The girl in Ted Lasso?
Yeah. She is my new celebrity crush.
I gotta go Minka Kelly, Friday Night Lights, growing up, man. Used to love that show.
Which one was she?
She was Lila Garrity.
Oh, yeah. This girl's name is Juno Temple. And her character in Ted Lasso is... she looks like that through most of the show. But I love her character and her whole thing she's got going.
Look up Sydney Sweeney from
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my God.
Met Gala?
Nah, she might
or just a regular picture.
She might be wearing a weird.
What's she in?
She is in Euphoria, buddy. She is. I don't want to sound sexist, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Sexist. All right, Igoe, if you could be an animal, what animal would you be?
Bat.
All right, good call. If you could go to one concert, dead or alive.
Wow.
So you've
I've been to a lot of concerts.
Some great bands, yeah. Oh, I have a question for you too.
You just
this is a very personal question because you mentioned RHCP sounding like a drug. Is that what you said?
I'd probably. You want me to answer this question?
No, I got one before that. You've been to all these concerts where everybody around you is like taking all these
Doing drugs. Yes.
Have you taken drugs at a concert?
Firsthand, no. I actually.
You've got secondhand drug use?
Oh yeah, plenty of recreational marijuana.
You live a You live a very clean lifestyle. Fair to say.
Yeah, I try to at least.
Yeah. All right. What's your concert answer?
Nirvana.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody said that. I think that was on social media. Somebody said that. How many third graders?
CJ apparently said it.
How many third graders do you think you could beat up?
Probably about 6.
Okay. Favorite flavor sunflower seed?
I'm not a sunflower seed guy. I'm more of a bubblegum guy if I'm playing baseball.
Favorite type of gum?
Double bubble, man. Fresh. It's got to be fresh though, not like rock hard double bubble, which it becomes over time.
Is that just the original bubblegum flavor, the double bubble, or is there a flavor? Okay.
Well, you can do like lime double bubble, but I'm going bubblegum.
I have a question for you. Bubblegum in a dish. How many pieces do you wish?
I'm not going to answer that.
That's a great question.
How many pieces of bubblegum?
Why are you refusing to answer that question?
So, I'm a dork. So I'm trying to figure out how many pieces of bubblegum I want.
I wonder what the most pieces of bubblegum you've had at once. And because as a kid, did you like try to get all you could? Yeah.
Probably really double bubble, probably 8. But if you go more than that, you're going to develop like lockjaw or something.
The things we used to do like on the bus to make our friends laugh. What'd you do?
Stuff I probably can't repeat on the air.
All right. Me and my friend would sing Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Thought we were cool. We weren't. We were not. But anyway, Steven, thanks for joining us.
I'm ready for more questions, man.
Mariners stink. What'd the Broncos do in the draft?
Got Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Did you ask him the hot dog question?
Hot dog sandwich?
It's hot dog. Hot dog's a hot dog. It's not a sandwich.
Correct. No need to ask him. I knew Igoe.
Hey, let's stop there. Stop the count.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Steven. Check out hoistthecolors.net. You got your defense depth chart coming out. Anything else to be on the lookout for?
We continuing to cover baseball. We're gonna have a podcast up tomorrow on kind of what ECU needs to do to get an at-large bid. Jonathan Wagner will join me, and we'll just talk about Wags. We'll talk about what the scenarios are. Does ECU need to win out? I'm thinking maybe 9-2, 8-3 minimum. There's not much margin for error as far as getting an at-large.
Yeah, I'm glad they're still in that conversation. I had wrote it off, but if they do go. What'd you say? So there's 11 left?
11 left.
2 midweek. So 9-2, make it to the AAC championship? Feel pretty decent?
Yeah, I think if you do that, you feel pretty good. Now, a lot of it, of course, depends on the teams around you as well.
I know, and not the best competition left. All right, thanks for joining us. Shirley, let's open up the booty bag.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. What are we giving away, Shirley?
I'm going to give away a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville.
Yes, sir. What caller, Shirley?
I'm going to go with caller 12.
All right, cut this music, hit Igoe music, and we'll take a break, come back,
Igoe,
and have our winner after this.
Igoe.
Igoe, he's the one you know. Igoe, he's Big Boomer's bro. Igoe.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
All aboard! Hop on the Emerald Express for a free ride through the Uptown District every Thursday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. The continuous loop begins and ends at GK Butterfield Transportation Center, but you can hop on and off at any of the 13 stops. With stops along Dickinson Avenue, Evans Street, the Town Common, and more, the Emerald Express is the perfect way to travel in the Emerald City. This trolley runs every 20 minutes, but don't worry, the stops are all footsteps away from all the businesses in the Uptown District.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand, free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
This is Zach Agnos, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Congratulations to Drew Beecham of Greenville. Walked away with a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. And be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Of course, graduation coming up. If you're looking to have something for your big graduation party, give them a call. They are open until 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturdays. You can give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
I am a traditional wings guy if I had the choice, but love the giant boneless wings. They're basically giant tenders from Wings Over.
The honey barbecue is my favorite.
Honey barbecue, spicy garlic. Garlic parm is really good.
Oh, the dry rub?
Yes. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Ty? Hi.
Ty?
Hi.
Ty?
Dry?
Dry?
Fried?
Hi? Dry?
I like a dry rub.
I'm more of a saucy guy. I like it saucy.
Give it
a little salty.
give it to me saucy.
And I am on Team Shirley when it comes to the garlic parm fries.
Waffle fries.
Ooh, awesome.
They good.
Check them
Their
out.
loaded tots are good too.
Check them out at Wings Over Greenville. Looking forward to tonight. I have been off my trivia game a little bit because the 2 out of the last 3 weeks we have had guest hosts, so it's nice to be back in the saddle. And not a ton of gimmicks tonight. It's pretty straightforward. How much do you know about sports?
Okay.
And I'm just going to give it to you.
Give it to me.
And see how you guys and gals do. Coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. The puck will drop in Raleigh just over an hour from now as the Carolina Hurricanes take on the Boston Bruins. Game 2 of that series at PNC Arena. Canes lead that series 1-0.
Let's go down to Mike. Let's go down to Mike Maniscalco. Let's go.
Mike.
Let's go down to Mike.
I got to tell you.
Is Mike even on the call?
CJ, you watch everything. In fact, it was Ryan Robinson who came by at one baseball game. The way the press box is set up. There's like 2 rows, and I'm on the second row, kind of elevated. CJ is a little below on the first row, right by the window. And Ryan Robinson came by, and he was like, that kid's always got a game on.
Yeah, I love Ryan.
Talking about you, CJ, because on your laptop, whatever else is going on in the world of sports during an ECU baseball game, you have it on your laptop. And so you watch basketball, obviously football, soccer. You were just watching a soccer game, reacting to it a moment ago. Where do you stand on hockey?
I mean, I enjoy hockey, but I definitely enjoy it a lot more live. There's a couple sports where I enjoy it significantly more if I'm there live, and hockey's one of them. Like hockey and baseball sit up there for me.
How much have you watched hockey? So they made the move this year to Turner and ESPN,
right,
as opposed to Fox Sports, which then turned to Bally Sports and NBC in years past. How much have you watched the ESPN product this year?
A little bit. I watched a pretty good amount at the start of the season and honestly trailed off. I do that pretty often with hockey.
I gotta say, I was not impressed with the announcers or presentation on Monday night.
I've really always liked it on NBC.
And I like the voice of Sean McDonough. He's good at calling games, but he sounded like I sound right now, extremely bored.
Yeah. You got to put some energy into it, especially when you can...
It's no Doc Emmerich. It's no John Forsland. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah.
And the... What do you call him? Side ice reporter?
Yeah, I guess so.
As Redbeard put it, she looked like she was being held hostage, which I agree with that. And it was kind of awkward, and her earpiece fell out while she was talking, and the whole thing... It was my first taste of hockey back on ESPN, which I remember it being there as a kid. It was my first taste of that coming back, and it was not a pleasant taste.
You've got to match the energy of the crowd, especially when you're like, when you can hear the crowd like right behind you. And there's not a lot of people that I've seen that do that as far as hockey goes.
So maybe it was a one-off, and I'll enjoy it more, but was not impressed with ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoff.
Yeah.
And kind of missed those traditional voices that I was used to.
Yeah.
It was probably that. I wanted to, all right, it's hot. I'm turning hockey on. It's playoffs. It's like that old shoe, and that old shoe was Doc Emmerich, John Forsland, those guys.
I will say one of the reasons that I don't watch hockey probably as much as I should is because pretty much the entire season lines up almost directly with the NBA, and I don't sacrifice any sport for the NBA. I'll watch that over anything.
Hockey, when you're in the playoffs, and it's probably not this case across the board, it's not uniform, but it almost feels like everything is so even that like the playoffs are almost impossible to pick, right?
Yeah. No, that's how I feel as well. I watch like to close the season, the Rangers, they were so much better than the Penguins, it seemed like. And they stormed far ahead of the Penguins the last couple months of the season. So I went into this series not expecting a whole lot, and then here comes the Penguins, not only getting a win, but just outlasting a marathon with your third string goaltender back there. I mean, I was impressed.
And that was a wild one last night, right?
Yeah, Evgeny Malkin finds the redirect for the game-winning goal. Impressive stuff.
All right. There's your hockey report. Chandler, you good?
I'm ready for some Canes hockey tonight at 7 o'clock. AJ McMurphy's.
There's quite a few Hurricanes fans that will be there, right?
Ruined it. We had a great...
I'll do it again. I'm ready for some Canes hockey tonight, 7 o'clock.
There's quite a few fans that will be there.
Yes, there will be some Caniacs there. Probably not Davis. My name's not Davis. He'll probably be at the game. We'll probably see him on TV. But yeah, there'll be some Caniacs there, and I will be one of the bandwagon Caniacs there. And I like to get on the mic and go, bwah, bwah, bwah. Let's go, Canes. We have by the way, coming up tomorrow on the show, Canes PA announcer Wade Minter will join us to
Let's get down to Wade.
Talk Canes hockey. Take a time out, come back, we'll wrap up Pirate Radio Live after this.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Welcome to U.S. Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Pirate Radio.
It's great to be on. This is an honor. You know, Pirate Radio is kind of a cult following around North Carolina, so I'm excited.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a good day for the stock market. The Dow was up 932 points and closed at 34,061. The NASDAQ was ahead 401 and closed at 12,964. And the S&P was ahead 124 points and closed out at 4,300. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back to the show. Here's Cliff.
All right, wrapping it up here on a Wednesday. We're back with you on Thursday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll go inside the anger management rage. We'll be raging about some things in the world of sports and life. Brandon Manning will join us to talk some Pirate baseball. The Farm Bureau ECU baseball recap. No midweek game to recap this week, but talk about last weekend, this upcoming weekend, and where the Pirates stand right now. Also, Wade Minter, the PA announcer from the Carolina Hurricanes, will join us to recap Game 2 and talk about the Stanley Cup playoffs. So that and a lot more on the way. Coming up Thursday, 3 o'clock on Pirate Radio Live for the Chan Man, Content Junkie, and Mama Sherles. I am Clip Brock. We'll see you Thursday at 3. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville.